So this is just chat, and I have that pretty big, so it should be readable. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Are you able to see it over the mic? And look at the audio level, see if you talk.
Audio level.
Okay.
Audio level.
That one's a bit loud.
Audio level. Audio level. I can just use my NPR voice the whole time.
You're not going to.
Audio level. Audio level.
Okay, I think that's a little better.
Audio level. I can hear. B, close the door.
Aldo. Welcome.
Okay, I think she just muted it. That was funny hearing myself go audio level over and over and over.
Oh, I just remembered though. It looks like we live in a fucking shit.
Yeah, whatever. Cats be silly with cheap blinds.
There we go.
He's just fucking over there
That
checking it
solves
out.
We had like a blanket that we were gonna throw up there. That purple thing over there.
Oh, was that the idea?
Yeah, to cover up the blinds. So it's not just like a window here between us.
Winder.
How's everyone doing? Does it sound good?
We have 2 microphones now.
Yeah.
Our production quality has already gone up exponentially.
And I have a webcam.
And we're not in a room that is fucking hot. Hand pink waving.
I'm guessing that was an email.
Oh, is that Nisa
that we
and
don't
Brody? I feel like I know Ariame's name too. Hello, guys.
Yeah, I mean they're the minute ones.
We got Cat in here. Let's go, Cat.
Cat. Big cat. Oh, he.
You don't need to speak like into it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Get on the mic,
Sounds
you know.
1,000 times better than last time.
That's good. Behemoth, what are your thoughts? See, I told you this is why the blinds are like that, because he fucking goes at them.
He's gonna sit there doing that for a hot minute.
What a silly cat.
All right. Well, do you want to talk about your day?
Should we WAMMBS it first?
I think we can wait to WAMMS until we're ready to talk about WAMMS.
Yeah, my day, pretty much since Thursday, has been, if I'm not working, I'm playing Borderlands 4, because Borderlands 4's first story DLC came out. They released their first DLC, Vault Hunter, whose name is Cash, spelled with a 4 instead of an A. He's the first, or rather, he's the...
So it's Kaforsh.
Kaforsh, indeed, yes. He's the the necessary robot character in the Borderlands game, which I guess the first one didn't have it, but I feel like everyone since then has had at least...
Is he not a robot? The guy, the like biker looking dude with the helmet?
Biker looking dude with a helmet.
Wasn't he in the first one?
Mordecai? Sniper?
Not Mordecai. He had like a Daft Punk helmet. The tail. Behemoth is definitely going to be a thing in the living room.
Oh shit.
I love that he's interested in everything.
He's like, what is going on? This wasn't here before.
Charlie, what are you doing,
Charlie, what are these lights, Charlie?
Biker guy.
Yeah, wasn't there a guy with a katana?
Zero. He's a
Zero.
robot, but that's in 2.
He's in 2? I thought he was in 1.
No, he's one of the playable characters in 2. So 1 doesn't really have a robot character. 2 has 0. The pre-sequel has Claptrap and also Wilhelm's kind of a robot. 3 has Flack, or Flafork, as it's spelled. And now 4 has just released Kaforsh. Kaforsh was a dealer bot at a casino, and he entered a high-stakes supernatural card game, and he was gifted, or not gifted, he won some weird kind of eldritch deck of cards that gives him powers.
Does he work like the dude from JJK?
The Gambling Man?
Yeah.
Kind of. Not quite as... Because that's based off of, like, really future-y, or, like, really modern gacha games.
Yeah.
Cash's abilities are either cool guns, deck of cards, or rolling dice. Because each Vault Hunter has 3 action skills. Oh, I can't eat those anymore. I'm doing a podcast.
Just eat in case talking.
No, I don't want to.
Okay, well. Asks for food immediately before going live.
I didn't think it would be till this long until I got it. My bad.
Do you just not want to eat them on camera? No, I don't.
No, I resorted to nicotine instead.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, each Vault Hunter in this N3 had 3 action skills. Caches are, you roll dice and summon weird little totems that kill enemies for you. You auto-aim with 2 cool big revolvers, or you throw a random card at people that does different kinds of damage. He also has like each Vault Hunter has a special ability that's just always applies to them. His is called Windfall. Basically, every time he kills someone or reloads, he builds a stack of Windfall, and whenever it triggers, he gets a bunch of bonuses to his action skills and damage. He's by far the most fun Vault Hunter in 4, which all of them are fun in their own ways. The only one I didn't really have a lot of good time with is called Amon, and he's like the melee guy, sort of the big buff dude.
I can't really imagine playing a melee character is super fun in a game where it's like all about guns.
It was fun with Zero. Zero had a melee build, and
yeah.
And then the pre-sequel had a character named Athena who had a really fun melee kit.
Okay.
But with Amon, like a lot of his action skills are weapons, and you'd think it would be fun to hit people with the weapons. There's really only one that functions like a true melee build, and I don't think it's that fun. He has other things that are cool, like he has a big ice whip that he flips at people, and that's neat.
That sounds cool.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But he's not nearly as powerful as any of the other Vault Hunters, so he's just not fun to play. In the end game of Borderlands, you kind of just want to run around killing everything instantly, and that's hard to do with that guy. I haven't gotten to the end game with Cash yet. I played through the story DLC, which I thought was good. I don't know. I'm not sure what the consensus is on it because I haven't watched videos for it because I literally played it the minute it came out, and so I don't really care what people think. I liked it. It added a couple new really cool guns. It added a whole new place. Hello. And yeah, now I'm playing through the story with the original base game story with Cash, and it's great. I'll see how I feel about it when I get to the end game, but based on the builds I've seen, it looks like a lot of fun. I'm glad this game is getting good again, because there was a lull there after it first came out. I was like, yeah, it was all right. It was fun to play through, but
make Borderlands 4 great again.
Yeah, he kind of. I don't know. 3 had pretty much endless replayability, so. And I got into that game after everything had already come out, so maybe that's why I'm having a problem with it. I don't know. I like Borderlands. Borderlands fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think any game that really puts like character building forward has endless replayability. That's why I like Path of Exile so much. Does any of the Borderlands have like a chain lightning ability?
There is a grenade. Oh, I forgot about Wonderlands. There's also a game called Wonderlands, which is like their D&D.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Yeah, there's a grenade called Chain Lightning, and I think that's actually in Borderlands 2 as well, and it functions like Chain Lightning does.
Okay. But is it enough that you can like make a build around it? Because if it's a grenade, I can't imagine you can use it a lot.
Could. I don't know that it would be fun.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you could do it. There's all kinds of different crazy builds in Borderlands 4. I tend to or Borderlands as a series, I tend to just find like, what's the strongest one? Pick that and go with that. And like with the previous games, so 2 pre-sequel, 3, I didn't play as much Wonderlands. I don't know. It does have a functionally infinite end game, but it's very repetitive. No,
that's not good. Our cat off screen is attacking our light.
That's not.
It's like
not how this works.
It's a diffuser light with like a cloth front.
You can be right here.
And he started attacking it.
There you go. Are you good? Okay, you're on the show now. Welcome.
Well, to steer away from Borderlands, I'll just talk about my day a little bit. I guess today I just relaxed. I did do the lawn, which we have a pretty big front lawn. So it's kind of a huge pain in the ass.
It has wild garlic growing in it.
I might have cut off my garlic down.
You probably did. But
There was also, who threw potatoes out there?
Me.
Why did you throw potatoes out there?
You threw them on the front lawn?
No, the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
But like randomly, like not in a
I
spot.
couldn't really dig.
I told you to bury them.
I couldn't really dig.
I was going through, and then the fucking lawnmower went like thunk, and I was like, "What the hell was that?" I looked down, and I chunked a potato. I was like, "Why is there a potato on the ground?" And then I'm going along, and I see another potato. I'm like, "There's several potatoes just on the ground. Why are there potatoes out here?"
We had some potatoes that were going
They were
bad.
like, we have garden space. There's like a border around our fence where it's like stones.
Put them all in different places.
Yeah, and
You just
these
threw them
potatoes
in
were
the
just in
lawn?
random ass fucking
All
places.
over the place.
Yeah, they were random, completely random places. I was like, why is there even potatoes out here? I was just like, this is not great for the blades. There was also like beer cans and a fucking
That's not my fault.
and a
That was
fucking
me like
chair.
8 months ago.
I was like, what the hell? There's just shit in the lawn. But
The chair was me.
yeah, well, what? For sure. I'm like, I'm just trying to fucking mow the lawn. I got some obstacles. And I also took down some trees that we didn't want. Yeah, it was a lot of work. My hands are all shaky. I don't know if it's visible on camera, but like I'm trying to hold this beer and it's like
That's just kind of how I function in daily life. Like
you're
I
just
am.
always shaky.
It's not actually. It's not very present right now, which is hilarious. But yeah, when I worked at Chick-fil-A and I was learning how to wrap biscuits, which you do need to be kind of dexterous for. The guy training me just went, "Calm down, relax, stop shaking." I was like, "I can't."
What? He thought you were shaking because you were scared?
I mean,
Or like
I'm sure people have that reaction, but no, like I do kind of shake a lot. Yeah.
WAMMBS.
WAMMBS.
I mean, is that your way of saying move on? Okay.
Sorry.
It's time to move on. All right, so WAMMBS stands for Weekly Anime, Manga, Music, Beer, and Snacks. And this week, for anime, we watched the first episode of Steel Ball Run. It's about 50 minutes, so it's like almost 3 episodes, you know, but
I'm curious if they're gonna do that for every episode. Just
That'd be a
make it
little
50
weird.
minutes. Are you mean?
is it produced by Netflix?
Yeah, it has been since Stone Ocean.
Okay. Stone Ocean is part 6, right?
Yeah. So they took it last season. I didn't like last season. I mean, it was fine, but the way they handled it was weird. I think
I did not watch part 6 at all.
Yeah, I read it. I've read most of JoJo's that is out. Part 6 is cool. I liked it. Like, they didn't do a bad job adapting it, but the way they're going about movement and the JoJo of it all in this season is a lot better than last season. It's just better animation, I think. There's more movement.
Yeah.
The horses, I know. I once had a friend tell me that they would never animate this part because of the horses. And I was like,
Yeah.
surely that is not true.
So before we move on to that, all right, so do we want to say how we would rate it first and then move into why we would rate it that way, or just talk about our opinion and then rate it at the end?
I think rating it at the end works. I don't know.
Rating at the end?
Producer?
If you do it at the start, then you can have more of a, okay, here's how each of us feels, now we're going to explain the differences. So I think that would work.
That's
So-
what I like
Give me a
more.
rating first.
All right, so you give your rating for episode 1 of Steel Ball Run.
8.5, 9 out of 10. I had a really good time. It's my favorite part of JoJo's, aside from 5, Golden Wind. But in terms of like story and where it's going, it's by far the most interesting to me. Maybe that's just because it's in America and it deals with weird presidential stuff. Spoiler.
So do you think that you are giving that first episode that rating just because you like the part overall, or do you think it was a really good first episode?
I also think it was a really good first episode. It lets you know what you're getting into pretty immediately. There's the weird mystery of like, what's this steel ball guy doing? What's his deal? Why can a paraplegic walk all of a sudden?
Yeah,
And also horses.
yeah, the horses. I'm not a big horse guy myself, but
Oh, I don't like riding horses, but they're just big dogs. They're cool. Like they're fun to hang out with.
I can't say that I like the concept of horses a whole lot. I mean, yeah, riding a horse sounds awesome.
It's not.
I mean, just like the idea of riding an animal sounds awesome. I would much rather ride a giant wolf than a horse,
That sounds
because that's just
pretty
fucking rad.
When I was a teenager, I helped one of my aunts who had like a horse training business. She would help people learn how to ride horses, and she offered to me to like ride a horse every time I was hanging out with them and help them with stuff. And I was like, no, I'm good. It's just like weird. It's scary.
It is kind of fucking scary. They can kick you and blow your fucking head up with their legs. They can fucking just like knock you off, and they're fucking 6 feet tall, so you just fall and all the wind gets knocked out of you. There's way too many variables. They shit everywhere,
If
they
you're
just poop.
if you're riding the horse, that's not as much of a problem.
But you can fall into the poop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't know.
What I would always do, she would have herself and her student riding horses on like a horse trail, and there was a bike path next to it, so I would just ride my bike next to them.
Yeah,
And I like hanging out with the horses. They're cool animals. They're fun to be around.
they're pretty smart.
Some of them
I think they're pretty smart.
Some horses
Like,
are smart.
They're intelligent.
As far as an animal, I mean, they're smart enough.
Not as smart as cows.
Moo.
No, I mean, cows are chill as fuck. I love cows. So I would say that I probably would rate the first episode like a 6 or like a 6.5. It's somewhere between 6 and 7. Yeah. It didn't capture me that much, honestly. Like, I didn't think it was bad, and I think the whole idea is cool. Like, it's a race across America. I'm assuming like the idea is that they just did manifest destiny and made it all the way to San Diego, and now they're like, we have all this land, let's do a race all the way across to New York. And this is like a big like advertising stunt for like manifest destiny.
There is also a very large underlying thing going on, which was not revealed, so I won't talk about it. But there is a reason for this race,
Okay.
decreed by the President of the United States.
Right, which I know who the president is. I know about Funny Valentine.
Funny Valentine.
A-Nat says, yo, how's it going? But as far as the first episode, I was kind of just like, and I was confused, which I suppose there's supposed to be a mystery element, which is like, I'm really confused. I'm like, why is he so obsessed with the steel balls? I know that it made him move.
Because it made him walk.
But it didn't really make him walk, right? It just kicked him up.
He thought it made
and then
him
he
walk.
like grabbed a thing. I was like, okay. Like me personally, and I've never been crippled, obviously, but me personally, I would have immediately assumed disabled. Sorry, sorry. I don't know the correct term. I've never been disabled.
Some of the best terms.
I would have thought that like it shocked my bones and just kicked me up or something. I don't know, but like it immediately made him not able to walk again afterwards. He
But
didn't really
with the
walk.
rotation,
He just, like,
he could walk.
pushed up.
It's all about so this isn't really a spoiler. The spin works off the golden ratio. It's all about the golden ratio.
Okay.
Learn to swim. Learn to swim. But yeah,
that was a tour reference. Yeah.
Tool song, but
Oh, I don't know.
it's not
Tool
the
is
golden
all
ratio
about the
one, but-
golden ratio. Every Tool song is about the golden ratio, or so I've heard. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's so in the end of part 6, the whole entire world was reset. So I'm pretty sure this Johnny Joestar is like an alternate universe version of the original Jonathan Joestar.
Yeah.
He's just an asshole, or was an asshole, and now he's paraplegic and trying to.
Which this is something that the anime and the manga don't really address. And from what I understand, it's because Araki didn't originally intend for Steel Ball Run to be JoJo. He just wanted to do something different. But then, like, publishing was just like, oh, but, like, JoJo is going to make it successful.
You
So,
might
like,
say Araki forgot.
it's like if you're not doing JoJo, what are you fucking doing? This should be part 7 of JoJo, and then he like changed all the names to just be JoJo related.
He did
and
that
then
with
called
part,
it part 7.
8 too. Part 8 has a like Part 8 is really weird and hard to explain, but a lot of the names in Part 8 are just rips from
the main character. Gappy is Josuke.
Yeah,
but like,
but he's like Josuke fused with Kira or something.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, that aside, it can be kind of confusing, but also just like whatever that like the characters share the same names as the earlier parts, because it is a bizarre adventure. It doesn't necessarily need to explain that, but that is there where you're like, oh, this guy's Johnny Joestar. Why does this guy have a hat that says Dio on it? Why? That's
guy
not
is really
Zeppeli.
Explained either. It's just like, oh, he's called Dio sometimes.
Yeah, that's
his name
Dio.
is Diego.
Yeah, Diego Diavolo, right?
Diego Brando. It's
Diego,
still Brando.
It is Brando.
Yeah. Diavolo is the bad guy in Part 5.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah. So it's like that is an element that is just there, but yeah, I don't know. It didn't really capture me because I don't think it really like told me enough. Like it was mysterious and it was confusing, and I was just like, okay, we're just doing a race, and then they started racing, and it has the same thing that I fucking hated about all the other JoJo parts, which is that Araki just thinks poop is really funny. And
he falls into shit.
Like I love a good fart joke. Not in animation so much, but like I like candid farts. You know, if I'm watching a video and it's like a dad and he's like, hey, check this out. You know, like that's funny. But my cartoon constantly talking about poop. Like they literally were talking about how the fucking starting line was covered in poop. Like it's
but imagine it's it's like 1,000 horses lined up with each other. There would be a fuck ton of poop.
What is his name? Piccolo, Piocolo,
Poco Loco.
Poco Loco is at the starting line, and there's just a bunch of poop on the floor.
And he falls back.
Yeah, he falls into the poop, and then
no, Poco Loco wakes up late, doesn't he?
Yeah. But like in that scene, there's just poop all over the place.
Okay.
Because they were just like, "Oh, poop, funny." It's like the amount of poop
it's
jokes.
A callback.
Yeah, like one of the things that I think I actually stopped watching part 5 because a poop joke happened, and I was tired of it. It was like a poop joke happened. I don't remember what poop joke it was, but then I was just like, I'm so tired of the poop jokes. I'm done. And I turned it off, and I never watched part 5 again. Still around equals poop. Yeah, I was just like, dude, I cannot stand the amount of fucking poop jokes. And there was like 6 or 7 in the fucking first episode of Steel Ball Run. I was like, dude, I can't stand it. Think of a new joke. Like, it's not even that funny. And then my other gripe, and this is kind of my gripe with JoJo altogether, both of these are just gripes with the JoJo anime, is that the action is barely animated, where it's like, you'll see Zeppeli, he goes like this, and like the ball spins, and it's like, okay, he's about to do something, and then it's just a still frame of like something happening, and it's like like the sound design is awesome.
It does the sound design, it does the like still frame, and it shows all the little what do you call it with the text on the when it's
onomatopoeia.
No, that's not. But like in JoJo specifically, a lot of the time when they're doing action,
it's like go,
and it's just like text is going off because it's such a big hit or something. Like there's just text off to the side, be like, whoa, big hit. I don't mean like it's not English. It's just like little accents on the side.
Yeah, it is onomatopoeia.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I was
Sorry,
like, I don't know. Is that?
I don't know.
But yeah, and it's like I get it because JoJo is just really fucking hard to like draw. Like it's a lot. The way, and I love Zeppeli's design. The way that he is designed, it would be impossible to animate. Like the dude has so much going on. His facial hair is crazy. His fucking hat's cool. He's
the
got
lines, right? He's got
And it's like I can't imagine trying to animate that guy.
Not to mention the grill. Go Zeppeli.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love his grill. He's cool. All the characters are great, and that's why it's a 6. Like if it didn't have amazing character design, cool characters, although they're a little flat in the first episode,
I was really mad that Netflix only released one episode. I get it.
I wish that I could have a little more.
I get that it's 50 minutes long, but like, and actually this made me mad with Stone Ocean as well. They did it in episodes of 3, which typically in JoJo's that's like an arc. And it was just infuriating. I hate the way Netflix releases things. Just release it all. Do a Disney Plus.
Isn't that what they? I thought that was like a Netflix thing. Don't they usually just like release a whole season and then you binge it?
It used to be.
It used to be.
They're not after the binge watching crowd
You're like
anymore.
it used to be.
Yeah.
Looking longingly into space.
No, I enjoyed having Netflix for a long time, and then they started doing this shit, and I was like, I don't want to wait to watch this show. You created binge watching Netflix. Why are you doing this to me? I know it's done. Like, it's all done. Just put it out there. Or at least, we finished. So the first episode finishes the first leg of the race. Give us like 2 more episodes. Like, I know I just complained about the 3 episodes being released because I do just have a problem with not releasing everything at once.
So I mean, and this is context that you'll have because you read it, and I don't know if you remember. Does it go directly into the next leg of the race, or is there like in between? Like, do they stay in the town for a little bit?
They might be there for like a night. Like they might sleep there for a night, but later in the show, the difference between stages is like, oh, you reached the stage. Go.
Yeah.
Just keep going. And I don't know. That's, I guess, slightly inconsistent, but it's also fun.
I think it's a good idea for like the flow of action that the race just keeps going, but it also doesn't make a whole lot of sense because obviously the horses have to like rest. People have to rest.
Horse logistics are going to become a lot
like
more,
a big thing.
I mean, it was already a thing in the first
episode. They were already
when
talking about
they're
it
running down the hill and everyone's like explaining, I didn't stress my, it was Gyro. He was like, I didn't stress my horse out this whole time.
Yeah.
Time to really go for it. And then he really goes for it.
Which, I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate the idea that they're like, this is kind of what the stakes of the race are, is that like our horses are going to get fucking tired.
Oh no, Brody. Are they really releasing these once a quarter?
As far as I know, there has been no announcement about when part 2 is coming out. They have released a teaser for it, but it did not have a release date, as I understand it.
I don't know
Also,
how
I just
that
need to know part 6 came out in 3 batches of 12 episodes each.
It did? Oops, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh, why doesn't this...
I hope it's not once. What do you mean by once a quarter?
It says episode 2 isn't finished. Why did they release episode 1 if episode 2 wasn't finished?
Yeah, they're botching this. Netflix is botching it for sure. Because I mean, like, I think other people will have a similar feeling to me. I didn't read the manga, so I'm not that invested, and it didn't capture me with this first episode. Like, if I wasn't thinking that like for content ideas I might need to watch more of it, I probably wouldn't. I do want to read it.
Oh, it's the best. It's so fun. Stan Powers.
Next episode is in September? Hell no.
That would be crazy.
That's insane.
That's half a fucking year.
If they do that, I will be speaking about how terrible Netflix is for the rest of my entire life.
Count your days, Netflix. Count them.
It's just like, why would you do that?
Would you be able to grab me another beer?
Yeah, they're next to him.
The ones in the fridge.
I have cold ones.
Cold ones.
How does the manga compare to the anime?
There's a couple things that were cut out. Like Poco is originally like from. I don't think they're slaves. I think they're sharecroppers, or like they were recently freed.
So okay, you just reminded me of another thing that was like weird to me. I was not expecting so many like stereotypical characters. Like
okay, so like Sandman
who's the native, and it's
who's running on his feet. He's one of my favorite characters.
He's awesome. Like, he's an awesome character. I was just like, okay, this is a clear stereotype. And then Poco Loco also, the amount of times he says yo, he's like yo yo yo.
He does say yo a lot.
Yo yo. And I was just like, what are we doing here?
The 1800s, and he's saying yo yo yo.
I understand it as a timepiece. It might be like, oh, okay, like yeah, there can be racism. It's a timepiece. But
I think this is an Iraqi thing. Not,
it feels more like Iraqi going with stereotypes because he thinks they're funny. And I was just like, this is a little weird. Like, because when did this part come out? It was like 2015.
15. Yeah.
I was like,
right.
the dude should know a little better at that point. Like, I know he's fucking old, but
so actually, those two characters are part of the difference between the manga and the show. Both of those characters, Sandman, it has like a whole backstory with his sister, and there's a whole thing going on that wasn't explained in this episode. And then Poco Loco, apparently, there's a part in the manga. It's been quite a long time since I've read this manga, but I've heard about this, where Poco Loco, it shows his like journey from Georgia to California. And there's something else. What's the other thing? Do you?
I mostly just remember. That like they changed what the admission cost is.
Oh yeah, I don't even care about that.
What was the admission cost originally?
I don't remember.
100 instead of 150. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
What was the?
Inflation has hit the JoJo manga, I guess.
But so
I don't know if you're audible.
I am definitely audible.
with Sandman's thing, they re-explained it in the manga at least one more time, and Poco Loco's thing, I don't know why they cut that out. But with the Sandman thing, it's very much like, yeah, I wouldn't explain it twice in a manga or in an anime. Oh my god, don't claw me, please. He's just stretching his claws out and he got me. Sandman has like a really cool, interesting backstory, and it's worth it. It's fun to watch, but I think the reason it wasn't in this first episode is Sandman gets like his whole own arc at one point, and I'm fairly certain it will be explained there. Retreading ground doesn't work as well in anime as it does in manga. That's my opinion on it. But I mean, other than that, when I was watching it, I kept going, this is perfect. This is just like the first chapter of the manga. I'm so happy right now because I was like, they're doing it right. Because I went into it thinking, oh, are they going to do this like Stone Ocean, which was more or less a direct rip from the manga, but it just wasn't as fun.
So you're excited that it's a great adaptation.
Yes.
That they adapted it well and that it lives up to the manga. And I can understand being disappointed because they only released one episode. So for me, that one episode didn't capture me enough. Like I definitely needed more than that to think that this was going to be good. And like the only thing that I have to go on is the fact that everyone says it's like the best part and that it's really, really good.
How do you silence this?
Sorry, I can silence this. That it's really, really good. So I'm like, okay, I have to give it a chance because like everyone says it's great, but it didn't capture me with that first episode. So I'm really hopeful for episode 2 and episode 3. I don't know how Netflix is doing it. It could just be a Netflix fault, but I'm giving it like a 6.5.
I blame Netflix entirely. You should definitely read the manga.
Yeah,
I think you would enjoy it a lot. I might reread it. Just Funny Valentine is a really interesting character. He's not the only one, but he's definitely the reason that it is my favorite. He's just a weird villain with interesting motivations, and also the thing I alluded to earlier, the whole reason the race is happening is really ridiculous as a what is it?
Do we want to do like a quick spoiler?
No, I'm not going to actually say what it is.
I do know a lot of spoilers about this part.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to spoil anything. Who are your favorite characters and everything?
Gyro Zappelli, Sandman, and...
Did you like Sandman in this episode?
Yeah, Sandman's great. Okay. He runs around barefoot, faster than horses.
True, you are a barefoot walker. So.
Yeah.
I would say my impressions, Zappelli is awesome. Main character's kind of a jackass.
That I do not like Johnny Joestar.
Johnny is like, I was expecting him to be like cool, but then it was like we get a little bit of his backstory of how he became disabled, and it was like, oh, you're just an asshole. Like what? And then there was like no justification. He's just an asshole. I was like, wow, this guy just
he's an asshole because he was like the #1 horse jockey.
Yeah, but he's just an asshole.
That's not a reason to be an asshole.
And then he just like he gets humbled really hard, but then he's not even like
A
necessarily
bullet to the spine will really humble you.
Yeah, he got humbled hard as hell. But then he's not like necessarily this like upstanding gentleman now that he's been humbled. He just kind of is like,
Well, now he's just treated
my
like
life
shit
sucks."
constantly.
Yeah. But Zappelli's really awesome. I love his stupid laugh and his grill.
His backstory's really cool too.
I'll be excited for that. And then I liked Sandman just because the idea of him running is ridiculous and that's really funny. But
Mountain Tim. Mountain Tim was briefly alluded to in this episode. He is really cool. We didn't really get to see much Mountain Tim action.
Yeah.
He's a pretty fun character.
I think we're pretty much done with Steel Ball Run, right? We can move on to the manga.
Yeah.
All right.
WAMMBS!
So for the manga this week, we read... Actually, did you read it?
I read all of it, yeah.
Okay.
Like less than an hour ago I finished it.
Less than an hour ago. Well, we read Kagurabachi, all about katanas.
And sorcery.
And sorcery.
Sorcery's a really
Sorcery's
big thing,
really big.
too.
It's kind of like JJK without explaining things.
Yeah, that's
Where,
fair.
like the powers work the same way, where it's like a spiritual energy that you like.
They explain the swords at least.
Yeah, and at some
That's-
point
yeah.
they kind of started explaining shit around the chapter 30 mark, but I was really enjoying the fact that shit just kind of happens. But we'll go ahead and start with a rating. What would you have rated Kagurabachi?
Like a 9 or 10.
Ooh,
It was a lot of fun.
you had a really good time with it.
It was great. It was fun. It's just a dude running around. You killed my dad. You
Right.
killed my dad, and now I'm mad.
Yeah, that makes me happy because I also really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than anything else that we're talking about right now.
This is the standout good thing that. Well, I don't know. No, like, the snacks maybe.
I mean, the snacks are going to be good. This beer actually is pretty good, but we'll talk about that
That's
later.
so funny. 'Cause that's the one bean I think tastes like shit.
Really? I like this one more than the other ones I've had. Either way.
For what it's worth, I don't think there's not any of these beers that we're going to review today that I think taste good. But they're all like really strong IPAs.
Okay. So you're not a huge fan of the Sierra Nevada pack.
High alcohol, I drink them.
Well, that's
I
okay.
alcohol cheap at Costco.
High alcohol cheap at Costco, yeah. And sometimes it's just the option.
Kagurabachi. So, yeah, if we want to go ahead and recount what happened in Kagurabachi, right? So it's a kind of a revenge motivated story. So the main character's dad was like a legendary swordsmith.
The best swordsman that ever was making.
He wasn't a swordsman; he was a swordsmith.
Swordsmith.
I don't think he ever fucking wielded the blades.
sword.
Yeah. So he's able to craft katana that no one else can, where they're enchanted with this like crazy power using some like unobtainium like metal.
I forget what it's called too.
Yeah, it was like the
Netherite.
Dynaguchi or something. It was the Gucci material. And he was the only one that knew how to use it.
Because otherwise it makes you explode.
Yeah, it makes you fucking explode, but that's a little later. So he crafted these like 6 katana, and there's like this war that they keep alluding to, that the katana were so powerful that it like ended the war.
They really don't talk about the war other than the war.
Yeah, they just allude to that there was a war.
Datenseki
Yeah, and
is what the metal is called.
Okay.
It's metal that has spirit energy infused into it.
But the katana were so powerful that they were able to just end the war. And it's implied that the war was like a war against Japan. Like some other country was going to just like take over Japan. But these katana made it so that they won. So this guy is seen as like a hero. But he
It was either the Mongols or America.
or China. I don't know.
China? Well, no, they did it the inverse. Japan conquered China.
Yeah, but I would think China has reason to try to go back and conquer Japan.
Okay, all right.
But
I couldn't tell how modern this was supposed to be. There's cars
yeah, that is
and
also
stuff.
a really weird thing. Is that at the beginning it's hard to tell like how modern it is, and then it like moves forward, and then it's like, okay, this looks like it's maybe the 80s or 90s. I don't know.
Cars exist. I don't remember seeing cell phones.
The cars are there, but they
there's
look
cell
kind of
phones. Because one of the sorcerers like teleports because of
Yeah, but they're like
Cell-
flip phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
like probably like the mid 90s.
Flip phones were still like big in Japan up through the 2010s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really hard to tell the time period. But the dad made 6 katanas. These katanas were super powerful.
Did he make
And then-
6
Well,
or 7?
eventually he made 7. And he made these 6 katana and then ended the war, essentially. It's kind of implied later that the 6th katana was the one that like did it. This one is just way more strong, way more powerful than the other ones.
Tenoichi or something like that.
The Shinichi. It was called the
Shinichi, yeah.
Yeah, just like Akane Banashi, the Rakugo level.
That's why before they revealed what it was, I was like, what do you mean the Shinichi?
The Shinichi? What?
Is
So-
Sakane's dad about this?
The war got ended by these katanas, and then he kind of was like under the government's protection for several years.
Because he went and like got all the katanas and brought them back to his house.
and he's just like holding on to them. And then somehow these sorcerers break through the government's defenses and steal all the katanas and kill the main character's dad. So now the main character is like, I have to find out who killed my dad.
and his dad also bought him goldfish.
The goldfish are pretty important. So
Also another thing, his dad's not really good at like being a dad.
he was kind of just he was just a swordsmith. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all
The
he could
kid
do.
is kind of like doing all the chores and cooking.
Really
and
cool
taking care of
dad, really cool
goldfish.
guy, but like
Like a really cool dad in the way of like he'd be your friend.
Yeah.
Not a cool dad in way of yeah, I can help raise you.
yeah. But the dad is like a chill dad, a little bit of a deadbeat. All he does is make swords. Okay, good night, Brody. But what was I saying? The katanas. Yeah, the sorcerers came and killed the main character's dad. So he's like, I'm fucking pissed. And then like there's a time skip. It's like 3 years where the main character is like training to get revenge. And before his dad died, his dad made like one last katana that has the power infused into it that like matches the goldfish that they bought. It's all explained. The goldfish are only really in the first chapter.
Yeah, I don't know that the power of the katana necessarily like creates the goldfish. I think that's just a thing because the sun has such an attachment.
It's really
to
confusing.
goldfish.
So there's and I'll explain kind of why this is confusing. So there's the other enchanted katana. There's another one that gets
Cloud Gouger.
Yeah, Cloud Gouger gets shown a lot. And Cloud Gouger just has these like strict rules, and the main character knows these strict rules. He knows how it works.
It's water, ice, and lightning.
Yeah, it's got water, ice, and lightning, and they're meant for these different like tactics.
I would bet because his sword also kind of has the 3 abilities.
Yeah, the same
They're
sort
just
of
different
tactics.
One is attack, one is defense, and one is like shrouding.
And the implication with it just having kind of basic things is that the katana just kind of has these basic things, and the Cloud Gouger doesn't have any sort of like like how would I explain this? It kind of like a stand, because the main character summons goldfish, and then later, and I don't know if this is actually within the first 30, because I read a little bit past 30. One of the enemies summons like a jellyfish.
So I think what that is, because at least I only read the first 30. I think as you use the sword more, you unlock more of its power, and because that is alluded to a lot with the main character. He's not fully mastered the sword. He's only had 3 years to do it. And you see him like learning things throughout it. It's why I also think like the goldfish are just a him thing. I think if someone else had the sword, it might manifest itself in a different way.
Well, so that's why I'm saying it's confusing, because the other guy grabs the stone. I think I only read to like
blows off, doesn't it?
I only read to like 33.
Main character's name. It was like
Chihiro.
Chihiro.
Yeah. Like,
Which I also,
like
I mean,
Spirited Away.
if we go ahead and bring up the main character's name, yeah, like Spirited Away. My friend's wife is named Chihiro, so like the entire time I'm reading it, I'm like, my friend's wife is killing people.
And this guy's really good at killing people.
He's really good at killing people. Oh, we never actually said how. Oh, we did say how we rated it. Never mind. But yeah, so the guy grabs a stone and he immediately summons a jellyfish.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, so is this that this guy is like a jellyfish? And it didn't really explain the jellyfish. It just kind of happens. Like, it doesn't show a flashback where he's like, I'm like a jellyfish. It just summons a jellyfish, you know? It doesn't have him, like, looking at a jellyfish and going, oh, I love jellyfish. Jellyfish just spawns.
Okay.
And I was just like, okay, so maybe the goldfish was just crafted into the sword. But I don't know. And maybe it is that, like, the sword was crafted with the goldfish in mind, and that the main character is probably the only one that will be able to wield it as effectively.
So
Because of the connection with the goldfish.
the way the sword's ability is explained is, well, I mean, this might just be all enchanted swords, is humans can only have so much spirit power at any given time. And the swords can hold more spirit power. Specifically, the Chihiro sword can hold, N10 is what it's called. N10 can hold a lot of spirit power, and it manifests into physical forms. And it doesn't specifically say a goldfish, and that's why I'm like, if someone else had it, it would probably be something else. I think it's a little bit to do with the wielder, because the rest of the sword's powers aren't goldfish based. That's what really has me like.
Are you sure?
They're named after the colors of the goldfish, but nothing else like spawns a goldfish.
Because whenever he uses each power, because he's got the black goldfish,
Kuro, there's a red
which lets
one.
him, like, recon.
No, Kuro's the one where he summons goldfish and does a big
Yeah,
swipe.
does a big slash, but he's also able. It shows him a few times where he summons the black goldfish and it, like, goes into another room,
Right.
and then he's, like, able to see things, and then he does shred, which, like, fucks up
That's
the whole
everything.
room.
Yeah, and that's also a black goldfish power. Then I think it is just called like red or something.
Yeah.
And that's the defense/absorption power. And I think the last one is called Enshiki or something like that.
It does start with an E.
And that is the he calls it cloaking, but he kind of turns invisible. I think that's what's implied to be happening. He turns invisible.
I have no idea.
And he can
I
use
think
a lot
I think he
of
just
power.
moves fast.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah. Okay. So it's Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he just goes fast. But to recap kind of what happens. So the first couple chapters are just sort of like the main character doesn't know what the hell to do. Like, he's like, I want to find a katana, but I don't have any info. But I know that
This mobster might.
Yeah, there's like a sorcerer group that has like a tattoo on their hand. And he's like, that's what I know. And then they kind of see one of them who, like, summons trees. And then that dude doesn't show up again
Oh,
for the
yeah.
entire first 30 chapters. He's just, like, there. But another dude, like, later on, another dude pops up that can summon trees and has the same tattoo, but it's a different guy. Anyway, so it's like, I guess that's part of this sorcerer group. And they're the people that killed his dad. So he's, like, looking for them. And they sort of do this stuff, and then all of a sudden it sort of swaps to, like, okay, we have this guy named Sojo who's, like, doing this shit.
Char, the little girl.
Yeah, Char. So
She's
Char
introduced
shows
first.
up, and she's like, I'm being chased by sorcerers, and they're like, I don't believe you. And then a sorcerer shows up, and they're like, okay, we believe you. And a lot of murder happens, and it's really cool.
Yeah. The anime, fuck. I'm excited for the anime. The manga it's bordering on the Chainsaw Man thing of what the fuck is even happening right
so
now?
that's, as far as what detracts for me, I think I said my score was like an 8.5. I actually don't know if I said my score, but one of the biggest detractors for me in manga form is that it's really hard to tell what action is occurring, or like it'll be
one panel of him charging up a shot.
Yeah, and then some shit happens.
15 people will be cut in half.
And you're like, what in the hell? I don't know. And there's an issue of the visual clarity being bad, and also the fact that it's not being explained, which I prefer that it's not explained. I just like cool shit to happen, but I need the visual clarity to be there for me to follow the cool shit that's happening. Because, like, there's so many times where, like whenever Sojo there's like a
Sojo
part.
was really hard to gauge
Yeah.
what exactly was happening because he has lightning powers, and so he moves like lightning or whatever.
Right. So there's a part where there's like 5 motherfuckers who are all fighting Sojo, and they're really strong.
They're the government sorcerers.
Yeah, the government sorcerers, and they're all fighting Sojo, and they're like winning. And then Sojo pulls out some bullshit where they stole the katana from him,
Yeah,
and then he like
the sword is
summons
stuck
it.
in the ground, and then he manages. Oh, I'm sorry. The sword is stuck in the ground, and then by having previously imbued power in the sword, he manages to use the big scary attack of Cloud Gouger, which is either May or K. I think it's May.
I think it's May.
And then it like blows the dude's arm off. It does all kinds of crazy
Yeah,
shit.
he like summons it back, but it was really confusing at first what happened because it's like in the ground and then it just shows like a big hole in the ground and like it doesn't really show the katana coming to him. It didn't really have a great through line.
He just
And I
has
was
it in his teeth all of a sudden.
And then I think the next panel was just like everyone fucked up.
Yeah.
And it was like, what happened? I don't know. And then my other issue with Sojo particularly is that he was a great villain. Like I liked him.
He's kind of the opposite of the main character. He really loves Chihiro's dad.
Yeah.
But he thinks Chihiro's dad's whole thing was, yeah, I create weapons of war to kill people with.
Yeah. Then that was an interesting dynamic, and to have it like, you know, that he's somebody who's interpreting art in a way that's like more destructive. Like he's just, you know, that was an interesting thought. The motherfucker gets killed in like chapter 14. It was like early.
It's like 18, I think.
So it's like
still
the
pretty early.
Whenever the first season of the anime comes out, it's like I don't know, maybe that'll be the final
probably gonna
episode.
be the first, like the ending boss.
But I was like he was set up well enough to be like a solid 50 chapters like
Maybe he
final
comes
boss
back.
kind of guy. I mean maybe, but he blows the fuck up.
Yeah, but it's all. Oh, he did. Yeah, okay. So we see him grab the special metal because he thinks he understands it finally.
Yeah.
And then his arm blows off, and then the building
Which is totally
he's in-
Chihiro's fault.
Yeah, it is. But then the building he's in blows up as well. I could see him surviving that just because.
It's a little off screen.
Going back to Char's thing, yes, like Aznable. Char's thing is she's from a clan of people who can Wolverine regenerate.
Yeah.
And also heal other people with the regeneration powers. So her clan was hunted to extinction, kind of like Kurapika's clan, except it was for arguably a better reason than, oh, these eyes are really cool.
Yeah. Very similar motivation, but way more useful than just having red eyes.
So there's a couple things in these first 30 chapters where like she heals the main character so that he can not fucked up fight. But if she exists, it just makes me believe there's probably going to be a way for that guy to come back to life. Because he was a really good villain. He was a lot of fun to watch. And he's a good foil to Chihiro. It's either that guy's going to come back or the sorcerers, which it's said explicitly, he's not even like the biggest bad of them. He was just small fry. Are going to be way worse than him. I'm excited to see what any of the other swords do. Shinoichi is implied to be...
They've been hyping up Shinichi so much.
Like, there's a flashback where the dad says to Chihiro, we can never let Shinoichi be used again.
He's
and
like,
that just made me go, what do you mean?
Different. He says it's different.
Yeah. It's the
It's
one
the
that won
autistic
the
sword.
war.
But yeah, so my issue was that Sojo, I feel, was a really good villain that got wasted because he gets killed really quickly. Where it was and like the lead up to the battle was too fast as well. Where like there's this plot that happens where they kidnap Char and they're gonna go save her, and then Chihiro like sneaks in. It's a really cool moment where he sneaks in and he like cuts people's head off and shit.
They kidnap Char because his name's Sojo, right?
Yeah.
Sojo's whole thing is he wants to be able to make his own sword that's enchanted.
Yeah, he wants to make an enchanted sword.
He thinks that the key to that is Char's clan's special ability. It might be. It does not seem like it is. And if it is, he really didn't understand what he was doing.
I highly doubt it because like Rokuhiro didn't have it.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad dude. He wouldn't do that. Also, like
Yeah, like he wouldn't like enslave a child and use their regenerative abilities. But so Chihiro's trying to save Char, and it's like a cool thing. But my issue with it in general was that like it felt like it was rushing to the battle with Sojo and like killing him when it didn't need to. Like Sojo was supposed to be a smart guy, but he like clearly just put himself purposefully into a position where the police were going to come and attack him, which is not what a smart guy does.
With the sword.
And he knew that he wasn't super proficient with the sword yet, and still purposefully put himself into a situation where the police were going to come attack him. And then he fights 5 super powerful police officers at the same time, and he does fucking kill like 4 out of 5 of them.
He kills, I think, 3 of them.
Yeah, but we didn't like see one of the other guys.
He kills 2 of them. One of
them loses his legs. One of them loses his arm.
One of them loses his arm, and it's implied that 2 of them can still like fight, but they're saving it for a better day.
Yeah.
I also thought I thought it was really cool that I don't remember what the government organization is called.
Kamunabi, I think.
What was it?
Kamunabi.
That sounds right. That they have specific task forces for recovering the swords.
Yeah. It makes sense. I mean, they're really fucking strong.
Yeah. But there's the other thing, too. So part of the thing with the swords is they have a lifelong contract, something like they're called. So as long as the wielder of the sword is alive, even if they don't have it, no one else can use it. And it's a way to limit the power of the swords.
Yeah. So continuing what I was saying, so like it's like the fight with the 5 police officers happen, and then immediately afterwards, Sojo goes and confronts Chihiro, and then the fight happens, and then Chihiro kills Sojo. So it felt like it was really weird and
part
fast.
About that fight, something that really threw me off.
There's echo.
So we'll discuss this after you finish this part.
Okay, but
oh, is it because I'm sitting so far back?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just the 2 mics.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Something that was really weird about Sojo and Chihiro's fight was in there's one chapter where they end and they go, the fight only took 12 seconds.
Yeah.
And then the next chapter, they're eating mochi, and it explains why eating mochi is so cool. And then as they're fighting, they're having a spirited philosophical debate about Chihiro's dad's views while eating mochi. But it took me a second to go, wait, are they actually eating mochi right now, or is this just happening?
Yeah, it didn't do a great job of explaining that they were, because I took it as they're having a conversation through fighting, and that's like the like visual that we're getting of the conversation that they're having through a fight, because there is like this philosophy that like you can talk to somebody through fighting them, and that's what they're getting. They're having this conversation over mochi, talking about Chihiro's dad.
I wonder if that's going to continue through other big fights.
Maybe. I mean, I think I really like that as an idea. Yeah. They're eating fucking beef jerky. Yeah, so I believe that your dad's a bitch.
That's another... I wonder if every villain is going to have, like, a different philosophical take on the dad and the sword.
Right, it's all about the dad. What was I just thinking? Fuck, I've lost my train of thought.
Welcome to my
Continue something.
The mochi thing really threw me off. It's a really interesting and cool fight. They're both going at full force. The deciding blow happens because Sojo goes like 2 times the limit of spirit energy that a human body can take, but Chihiro goes 3 times the amount of spirit energy. And he just kills him. He cuts his guts open. Soju's crawling back to his lab to try and create a power or use power of the sacred metal or whatever, and his arm just blows the fuck off, and either Chihiro kills him or the building just blows up.
Yeah.
And after that, they go back and they have a nice little time for a little bit.
Yeah. I sort of remembered my train of thought. So, because we brought up the previous users of the katana. So, like, the whole time that we're reading the Sojo arc, I kept on thinking, so where are the previous users of the katana? Are they like around?
They're
are they
employed
dead?
by the government.
Yeah. So we learned that later, but we didn't learn it until after Sojo was dead. So the whole time I'm really confused. I'm like, where
At
are
least
they?
one of them
What's
is.
going on? And they don't explain the whole contract thing also until after Sojo's dead. And
They do it going into the next arc, which is the auction arc.
the auction. So which becomes a really big, really big plot point that like they had their whole contract thing for the next arc. And it felt a little weird to me that it wasn't explained prior, but now it is. But either way, because like right after Sojo dies, they were like, yeah, so Cloud Gouger was the only katana where like the previous user is dead. And then it like really quick, the Kaminabi explained that like the other users are all alive, but they're like under the police's protection. Especially Shinichi, who we keep seeing flashes of, and he's like in between 10 pillars that are like covered in scrolls, and he's all mysterious and just like sitting there. So it's like clear that this guy's fucking crazy. I'm interpreting that as like they're holding him in like a demon. Like this guy is
They're
powerful
gonna introduce
himself.
him, and he's gonna be like the most whimsical man on the
Yeah, he's gonna be like a
Earth.
silly, goofy guy. It kind of reminds me of, and this is a bit of a niche thing, but in World of Warcraft there is like a demon inside of one of the dungeons who is like kept inside of a bunch of pillars, and he's like being held captive while they like sap his power. And I'm like, it's giving me that energy.
Okay. So we go into the auction arc. We're introduced to a guy. He's the youngest child of the patriarch of a big family who does a criminal auction every year, and their whole thing is we're sorcerers and we do this auction, and we're sorcerers so we can protect this auction. The youngest guy was exiled from the family. He says because he doesn't know sorcery, but it's revealed that the real reason is he fell in love with one of the women that was being auctioned off. And so in the fight between Sojo and Chihiro, Chihiro saves his life, and then they run into each other again. They run into each other again when one of the police force people, I don't remember his name, but he's got this thing called the Flame Bone.
That's a girl.
Oh, I thought it was a he. Sorry.
Yeah.
They say he a lot with her then. That's strange.
I don't know.
She's got the Flame Bone, and it's...
I think it's Hiyuki.
That sounds right. It's something Yuki. Hiyuki is probably right. The Flame Bone is outright said to be on the same level as the Enchanted Swords. And if you've ever seen Hellsing, the way they dispatch Hiyuki to go fight is very similar to how Alucard is dispatched, where they have to ask for permission to use a certain amount of their power.
Yeah.
So when Hiyuki is dispatched, the higher ups go, you have permission to use your flame bone up to the torso, and so the whole arm is like, it's not like a skeleton. It's like 4 different femurs on fire.
It's really weird. So to describe this, right? So it's kind of like the flame bone is almost as if it's a big skeleton that Hiyuki is able to like summon parts of to like use in combat. And so far we've mostly seen her summoning like a fist and just like punching with it. But she also in a certain fight summons ribs and tries to use them as sort of like a cage.
Okay.
So I think the implication is that like she essentially has a connection to a giant skeleton, and probably could summon the whole thing and would be very destructive, but is not allowed to because it would be really destructive. And also probably because of the destructive power, she is always dispatched with this guy who is like a sumo wrestler.
He's got a barrier technique.
Yeah, and he's sort of like...
It's a domain expansion.
Yeah, he uses like a domain expansion to trap Hiyuki and whatever enemy that they're fighting in this thing, and you can only leave it once somebody is defeated, which includes anyone in there. So it's like if just like a side character is trapped in there as well and they pass out, it's gone. Ends the barrier.
Which happens to the young guy of this I said gambling auction family.
Yeah. The criminal group.
Yeah. So they talk to the young guy from the auction family. They figure out that the Shinoichi is being held in their storehouse, which is, they then go to the patriarch, who has like a weird little eye thing going on. He's got like a
Yeah, he's got like a
that
mask.
only covers his eye.
It's so cool. It reminds me of Maple Story.
Okay, yeah. I don't know anything about Maple Story except, actually nothing. So they go to the house of the patriarch. They interrogate the patriarch, and the patriarch goes, "If you kill me, it all disappears," which is not true. I mean, we learn before the.
So, I don't think we actually explained what the storehouse is. So, it's explained.
It's a domain expansion.
It's a domain expansion. So it's explained that there is like this other dimension.
No, it's a reality marble.
Yeah, that's like is where all all of the like goods that are going to be auctioned off are kept in. But it's a weird like dimensional pocket that only the patriarch is able to access because he has this specific ability symboled by the mask. And like if he's killed, then that dimension is disconnected. So like
or
nobody
so
can get in there.
Says.
Or so he says, which we then later find out that there's like a back
That's
door
bullshit.
that they can get into. But also apparently that back door can just be broken, which becomes a plot point as well. So he breaks the back door, and then it's like, oh, okay.
Into it in these first 30 chapters.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Is it 30? It might be like 34. I only read to like 34 or 35. But yeah, the back door is like breakable.
Okay. The auction is happening, or rather, so they're doing the recon with the patriarch. Chihiro gives up his sword N10 for the auction as like a red herring, because Chihiro can somehow, and by somehow I mean he pours energy into the sword and he can summon goldfish to like look about the area. He realizes, oh, this really is just like a pocket outside of space. It's not like a building. You can't go to this place.
But he notices the back door. They're doing that recon.
And then they show it to the youngest kid of the auction family. And he goes, I've seen that door. The door's here. And then they go to the door.
They do a lot of murder to get to they do a lot of murder to get to that
as
door.
Well. We're introduced to the oldest brother of the auction family, who is supposedly the strongest, and he really loves his younger brother. He's so happy to see his younger in a weird way.
Yeah,
it's not implied to be super weird, like in the way you might be thinking, but it's weird that he loves his little brother so much.
Well, so he tortures his little brother a lot. They show him torturing him a lot. He
shows his love by punching and kicking.
He beats the shit out of his little brother, but he loves him. He has a connection to him, and he thinks that his mind was tainted. So he's like, you're only leaving because your mind is tainted. Come over here so I can beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. Or whoever is tainting your mind.
Yeah.
So, then they get teleported to... They all get teleported to the auction family's household. They run away, and then they plan an assault on the auction house. This is where all the doors, the finding out about the door stuff happens. The auction is taking place, and the auction, it's basically explained, the auction happens once a year. Everyone in the city just fucks off because they don't want to see any of this auction at all. It's big and scary. They don't want to be a part of it. There's tons of different criminal gangs coming up and being a part of the auction, but only 3 people from each of the groups are allowed to go into the auction house. Everyone else from those groups, it's like an agreed upon thing, just does outside security, and then the auction family does the inside security. Typically the door hasn't been protected, but because they are under the impression Chihiro knows about it, they're called the Tau, T-A-U?
Yeah, T-A-U.
Which are the 4 strongest people of the auction family, are guarding the door because Chihiro knows about it. They find the door. And then there's a fight. Chihiro's fighting most of them, and then the big brother and the little brother the little brother like gets smothered by the big brother, and then the little brother goes, "Actually, I'm here to fight you," and he awakens his powers because his eye like gets a thing.
So the little brother wasn't able to do any sorcery for the longest time, and then it kind of shows a flashback of like the sorcerer that's been helping Chihiro this whole time.
Oh, and he explains it to him?
He's like, he explains, he's like, oh, this is how sorcery works, and I think you can do it. You've just been like stunted because everyone bullies you so much. But he's like, I think if you like got over that, you could do it. So then he like summons the ability to shoot his like gravity magic, which is
that's their big thing.
Yeah,
the family's big thing is controlling shockwaves.
Yeah, it explains all this at once, which is kind of annoying. But they're like, okay, so each sorcerer can only have one kind of Remember how I said earlier that like they didn't do a whole lot of explaining, and then suddenly they started to do a bunch of explaining?
Did you ever watch Mashal?
A little bit.
It's kind of like Mashal, where each magic is very specific to a thing. There's a guy with gravity magic, there's a guy with rock magic, there's a guy with sword magic.
Yeah. So it explains that each sorcerer awakens their sorcery, and it's like super specific to the person, but that's also like hereditary. So that family that is like the auction family have like this gravity magic that essentially is just like a push. It's like a Fusuroda from your hands. And the youngest guy wasn't able to do it. Like he just wasn't able to do it, and then he gets like disowned by the family. But he, in this moment while he's fighting his older brother, he summons it up.
It's killing me, and I know I've done this, calling them the auction family.
Yeah.
Sazanami clan.
The Sazanami clan. It's a kind of a hard name. He does it, and he hits the older brother, but it's really weak. And then the older brother's like, fuck you, man. And then he hits him really fucking hard with the same ability. And then the younger brother gets up and he like awakens a second sorcery. So it's like, whoa, second sorcery, that's not supposed to be possible. But then it was like, oh, the WAMMBS! But the original patriarch of the family was able to do two sorceries. Because they were able to do the gravity magic and the storehouse magic. And he just awakened that. So he's clearly like a genius, like super fucking highly functional.
Until this point, he's been kind of just an idiot.
Yeah. And then he like fully awakens his ability, and then he fucking hits his brother with a goddamn shockwave so powerful. And it's kind of implied that his brother just dies after that. I don't know. It doesn't show it, so maybe he's still alive. And I didn't get far enough to like confirm that. But yeah, the little brother gets like a whole redemption thingy going on.
And then they're at the door.
The door. And is that where 30 ends?
Yeah.
When they're at the door?
Pretty much.
I read it like a little bit further just because I was like, oh, I want to see how this kind of concludes.
See reading the rest of this. This is a really fun manga.
It's really fun. There's a lot of murder. There's very little like moral questioning about the murder. It's like it's all in revenge, and these guys are all criminals. So we're killing all of them. The main character just kills and kills and kills. He is a bloodthirsty maniac. Like in the first chapter, the dad. And
he is also a pretty chill guy.
Chill guy, which is what I didn't like about him for the most part, is just that he's like, but they kind of turn it into a joke where the main character is so stoic that like there's like a panel where he's like, I was really excited, couldn't you tell? And he's like, so then it got kind of funny whenever they pointed and laughed at him. But there's a lot of murder. And in the first chapter, the dad is like, he's like, hey,
don't kill.
So what we're doing here is we are making, what is it? Kagurabachi is the name of the manga. What we are doing here is we are making weapons of murder. Like we're making murder weapons. They're katana. They're not for anything else. You just use it to fucking kill somebody. And he's like, you need to be able to live with the fact that you are making something that is going to kill somebody. And he's like, and the kid's like, I guess I get it. And now he's like, I'm going to fucking murder. These motherfuckers killed my dad. I'm going to fucking kill them all. I'm going to murder all these motherfuckers. And then he he kills like, in the 30 chapters that we read, he probably killed 100 people. Like he kills so many fucking bad guys.
They're all criminals, so is it really murder?
There's a part really early on when they're fighting like the first like sorcerer dude that they see, where he does like a Kill Bill moment where he goes into a room and just kills like 20 dudes
in one swipe.
and then he's like holding the guy and he's like, tell me everything you know, like some badass fucking Clint Eastwood shit.
Doesn't the guy just explode?
Yeah, and then he's like I'll tell you, and he tells him, and then the guy explodes into like a tree, and the tree like lifts all the dead bodies up and like strings them up, and I was just like, what the fuck? This is fucking brutal.
This anime is gonna look really cool.
Yeah, the
It's
anime will
happening
probably
soon,
be really
right?
cool.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea when the anime's coming out. But yeah, really, really fucking violent. And the main character has no moral qualms about it. He's like, I'm killing these guys until I can kill everyone that killed my dad, and I can collect all the katana that were stolen. Yeah.
Final words. That's it. You done?
This manga's great. You wanted to talk about the Echo.
Yeah. Let me come in between you guys.
Hold on. While you fix that, I really have to pee.
I'm not gonna fix shit.
Well, I don't know. While you
I'm not gonna fix shit.
I really.
Hi everyone. I'm
It's the
Trixie
producer
the Golden Witch.
/ manager.
Producer, manager.
The best producer I've ever worked with.
Failure in this case. So you may have noticed that there's a lot of echo on this recording. And
A good producer can admit their faults.
Bird and Shade both work like 60-hour weeks, something like that.
It's like 50, 55.
50 to 55-hour weeks. This is a side job that does not pay anything, so I'm not trying to force them into...
We're doing it for the love of the game.
I'm not trying to force them into quality checking every single step of the way. Shade did a lot of work to get this set up where there's 2 microphones. We've got a dedicated streaming computer, 2 monitors. None of this was the case last episode.
No, we were doing it off my laptop.
And weirdly, last episode we were using just this microphone, which is a great microphone. It was my main microphone for years and years. But for some reason it sounded like shit. The last episode, the audio was just not good. I don't know why. This episode, that microphone sounds great. This microphone also sounds great. But if you talk loud enough, they're both picking you up pretty heavily.
So we need to sit further away.
And not quite at the same time. So there's... At first it was mostly on your end. Like when you would talk, it would sound like it was echoing into this mic. And then when Shade started getting louder, it started being that he's echoing as well. Now I'm pretty sure the only solution to this would be to have both of the microphones turned pretty far down on their recording volume and right up in your face. But the real issue is that they are vastly different microphones. So probably it would sound best if one of them was just taken out of the equation and you were both just talking into one mic. I don't know why that one sounds perfectly fine this time when it sounded like shit last time. Totally mysterious to me. But if you want to try to fix the audio now, it would be just kill one of the mics, put the other one in the middle. Otherwise, it's going to keep being echoey.
How bad is it?
It was only bad enough for Krona to complain first.
Then it's not that bad.
It's bad enough that Shade is going to be driven completely insane by it.
It'll be alright.
Alright.
Yeah. I don't know. As we do this show more and as we both make more money at our current job, we will be able to invest more into it.
Damn, it's only episode 2.
Yeah.
Huge fucking production jump up from episode 1.
Nobody's
already.
paying anything for this, so it's not like you're disappointed.
Well, I did buy this fucking mic.
I didn't.
Oh, you mean that? You.
It's not paying you, so there's no one to let down.
Yeah, for a while it's just going to be us paying for stuff to make this better. Behemoth is such a silly guy.
Neither one of them is a streamer or podcaster by trade. This is about building the muscles, and you're both doing a great fucking job at being performers on the show. So technical issues aside, that's what's kept the audience locked in, is that you're just a great screen team. So.
Good at talking.
That's why I wanted to do that. I mean, aside from it covers most of both of our interests, I wanted to do it. I also really just wanted to do a show with Shade because I think we play off each other really well.
Yeah, I think we do a good job of that.
We're similar enough and different enough.
I think I'm able to shut up long enough for you to get all your words out.
That
is the difference.
You and me.
Yeah. Because I know that you guys have tried to do shows before, but like
We cut each other off every
constantly.
3
It's
words.
it's the biggest complaint of any of the shows we've
No,
done
people
together.
like it actually. People
Oh.
like the way that we cut each other off.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
I've never actually seen people really complain about it except for us to one another.
Oh no! Now we have to get into the part I've been dreading all week.
it's music
All right,
time. It's
3,
music time.
2, 1.
WAMMBS!
Gorillas, the Mountain. This album sucked. It was not good. There was maybe one song I thought was okay. And past that, the whole time, I was just thinking, we really have to listen to all of this right now. We really have to listen to all of this right now. And it's the Gorillaz. I've never been a Gorillaz fan. I liked Clint Eastwood and I like Feel Good Inc., but that's about my exposure to the Gorillaz. So, and everyone always goes, "Oh, the Gorillaz are amazing. The Gorillaz are so good. They're incredible." And then, in doing this, I learned that what's his name?
Damon Albarn.
Damon Albarn is the fucking Blur guy.
He's the Blur
I
guy.
hate Song 2. Song 2 is probably
You
my
don't like
least-
Song 2?
No, I hate Song 2. I really hate Song 2.
Woo!
He goes woohoo and then he says a bunch of unintelligible words that you can't
I
understand.
love the unintelligible words.
It's
I will say that is the only notable Blur song.
That's probably true. It's never struck me as like, oh yeah, I can get down to this song. I think the energy of it is about where I'd want to be for a song. Like woohoo, sure, woohoo. But then he just woohoo.
That's just British people, man. That's just how they
No,
talk,
because
man.
one of my favorite bands, the Fratellis, are Scottish, and or the Arctic Monkeys. You can tell what they're saying most of the time. At least it makes sense what they're saying. This guy is like, he's trying to not be heard in that song. Oh my god, okay, so, sorry, following the format of the show. I give this maybe a 2 out of 10. That's being generous.
Wow.
This was, I had to listen to it one half first and the other half on a different night because it was so not fun to listen to.
So I'm between a 4 and a 5.
Okay.
I also had to listen to it on multiple days. The first time I listened to it all the way through was today, and I was playing a video game while doing it, so I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. But I do think, because it's 15 fucking songs.
Wait, real quick, Shade, because he said he doesn't know Gorillaz at all, but you do.
Oh yeah, I've listened to Gorillaz since I was a young
When
lad.
I was a young boy, my father
Wait, no, we can't do
played
that.
me Clint Eastwood.
0.75 out of 10. Is that a real rating?
I might be with you there. Anyway.
That's a really low rating. I don't think it's that, like I said, 4 to 5.
No, I'm
And
meaning.
I love Gorillaz. I would say the first album of Gorillaz is like a fucking 8 or a 9. Then fucking Demon Days is like a 10. And then fucking Plastic Beach is like a 9 or a 10. And then, they went on hiatus for a million years and released Humans, which is like 1. It's it's really bad. But
So this isn't like they just came back and made a bad album. There was another bad album before this.
so they made like 3 it was like 4 albums, and then they like went on break for like 15 years.
Well, okay, for what it's worth, the first and second albums had 5 years between them. The second
Yeah.
and third albums also had 5 years between them.
Yeah.
And then they released a fourth album like a year later, the fall.
Yeah.
And then it was like a solid 7-year gap before Humans.
I thought it was
And
like
they started
15.
putting out more. No, it wasn't that long. It was just that you grew up.
I grew up in that time frame. They put out
Time
Humans.
seems to go faster when you're younger.
Humans was really bad to me.
Slower, I know.
There was like one good song, and that was Saturn Spars, and I didn't like anything else off that album. And then they put out the Now, which was kind of like a B-side thing for Humans, which there was like one good song on. And then they put out was it Cracker Island after that?
Probably.
I think it was Cracker Island, which was kind of good. and I was like, okay, no, it was the Song Machine. Song Machine was like okay, and then there was Cracker Island, which was like kind of good, and now The Mountain, which is like super meh. And
it's bad.
yeah, the thing about it is that when they called it The Mountain, I was expecting, like how a narrative is written, you have like the rising action and then the climax and then the falling action. Like maybe the middle would be really good, but no, it was like super front loaded. It's like the front is pretty good and then it's just a mountain.
The first song has some interesting sampling and production on it. I liked the use of the sitar on it. That was really cool. I thought literally when I listened to the first song, I thought, oh, I'm really going to like this album. Because I like when people infuse different instruments that you're not used to hearing into things. And we got into it. And I had also looked into it, and there's 2 songs with Black Thought on this album.
3.
Oh, it's 3?
Yeah, he was on the last song also.
Oh, fuck. I really like Black Thought. He did my favorite verse probably ever on Ya Ya by Eminem, and B has exposed me to a lot more of his other stuff, and he's almost always across the board incredible.
One of the greatest rappers alive.
Like, yeah. And this is the first time I've heard a Black Thought song and went, why did you do this? Like, did you know what it was going to sound like after the fact?
Yeah. So this is a little unrelated to the topic, but I just want to point this out because Desperdane is...
Oh, Desperdane. Buy Borderlands 4 right now.
But I think they are so far behind that they're commenting on the beginning of the stream.
They're commenting on a Borderlands 2 character. Yeah, Krieg. Krieg was a lot of fun. Krieg was also a melee character. I forget about him. No, I think they are so far behind. Yeah.
I remember somebody commented 0, and I was like, "What? That was like an hour ago."
Yeah. No, Krieg's great. You should definitely. I don't like.
Oh, you're making me have to edit this. Just don't talk
about
Borderlands. He's not going to hear what you're saying.
Okay. Beyond.
Well, I'll get back to that at the end.
So The Mountain, right? So I agree. The first song was awesome as an introduction, where it has the very like Indian-inspired instrumentals. Obviously, The Mountain is super Indian-inspired. And I was
talking about the Himalayas.
Yeah. So when I watched because I watched the video that they put out, which kind of combines like the first 4 songs together.
Was it good?
It was a really good video.
Okay.
And I was like, this is awesome. And I was hoping that the entire album was going to have...
I don't like fart humor. I love burp humor.
I was hoping that the entire album was going to have that same like inspiration. Like I thought that they went on like an acid trip in India and like had this awesome fucking idea for an album.
I would not want to go on an acid trip in India.
Why not?
I've never been to India and I don't know how to go about it. Like,
yeah. Well, I thought that they just had some good shit and that they created a whole album off of it. But then when I went and listened to it, I was like, okay, the intro song is a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but it was cool. And then the first song after that, which is The Moon Cave, was good. And it was, I think, the only great song on the album. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm kind of vibing to this. I was like, this is a 9 out of 10 album. Like, this is going to be awesome. And then it was just down and down and down and down. Because the next song,
I don't know the track list. I listened to this because I was forced to. I'm not even like the first night we were listening to it. The reason I listened to it over 2 nights was we got halfway into it and I just went, "Can we please finish this tomorrow? I don't have the energy to go through this."
So after The Moon Cave was The Happy Dictator, which I don't know if naming the song is gonna make you go like, "Oh, I remember how that one sounded."
No,
but
and that's the other problem I have with this album. All of the songs pretty much sound the fucking same.
They do.
It sounds like, and I guess you could view this as a positive. It's a real album experience. It doesn't ever feel like one song ends and another begins. So if you're after that, this might be the album for you.
Yeah, but not in a good way.
But for me, it wasn't good. I like a little differentiation between songs, and that just wasn't really present here.
Like if we're thinking of this as like a concept album, it doesn't do a great job of that. But the Happy
Can we
Dictator.
please finish this tomorrow out of 10?
Yeah, that's a funny way of putting it. The Happy Dictator was like okay. I was like a 6 out of 10 song, and then The Hardest Thing and Orange County, which were kind of like a combined song, were just like really slow,
Is that the,
really
like, 8
boring
minute song.
No, they're both different. It's like a 2-minute song and a 3-minute song that are like kind of combining a theme, and they were so boring. Right after like 3 kind of good songs, I was like, oh my god, this is really boring. And
I because I don't remember all of these specifically,
Yeah.
I'm sure my opinion on all of these songs will continue to be this, but it's the problem is not just that it's boring, it's that it's incredibly depressing.
yeah, that as well. The Hardest Thing was super depressing. It's like, what's the hardest thing? Losing someone you love.
If you want to listen to this album but good, look into any of the albums by The Arcs. It's Dan Auerbach, who is he does stuff under his own name. He is also part of the Black Keys, and they did a weird psychedelic thing for a couple years called The Arcs, and they have I think 2 albums out, and they're some of my favorite albums that ever existed. And I think multiple times through listening to this, I went, this is just The Arcs but depressing. And The Arcs is already somewhat depressing.
I kept thinking this is MGMT but shit.
Yeah.
MGMT, but shit. That's a funny. That's a funny way of putting it.
Desperdane, I know you're very far behind in the stream. Yes, the audio is echoing.
Yeah, we don't even have to comment
we ain't
on that.
doing nothing about it. Sorry.
Yeah, so then after that was The God of Lying, also really boring. After that is The Empty Dream Machine, super boring.
That's a terrible name.
Super boring. And then we get The Manifesto, which was kind of fun. I liked it. That was the one that was like in complete Spanish, or like half of it is complete Spanish.
7 minutes. That is
It's 7 minutes. It's 2 different songs.
This is the moment where I was like, this song's still going? Can we finish this tomorrow?
Yeah. So I liked this song because
that song on the album.
yeah, like the first half I was like, okay, this is just a Bad Bunny song, and then the second half was the guy Proof, who is like dead, and it was kind of a cool verse. It was like I was like, okay, this is nice. So I liked that song.
He had to
Overall.
explain to me that Proof is not Prof, the current like really big rapper right now.
Yeah, there's 2 O's.
Yeah, I know. She said Proof, and I was like, what do you mean Proof? Are you talking about Prof right now?
And then after that,
Which is really funny because you love the song Stepping Stones, where they talk about Proof dying in that song. And you listen to it hundreds of times.
funny little anecdote. But after that song, The Manifesto, there's one song that's memorable, which is Damascus, which I thought was really fun. All the other songs are dog shit. They're all boring, just completely forgettable. They all sound the exact same. And when you're already that far in, and this is true on Humans too. When I watch Humans, because I've done a stream where I ranked all of the Gorillaz albums at the time, which was up to Song Machine. And dude, when I did Humans, I was like on stream, I was like fucking sleeping halfway through the album. And this is very similar, where it's like you get 10 songs in and it's a marathon and you're tired and you're just like,
Please talk about the vocals.
oh yeah, okay. So
I'm gonna pee because it seems like Shade can keep going for a bit.
okay, so just as this is kind of just about a Gorillaz in general. So whenever the Gorillaz came back and did Humans, and it's been true for every single album since Humans, Damon Albarn has decided that 2D sounds like how he did for Feel Good Inc. And that is that he has this like megaphone effect, and that he kind of is always like, I'm so sad and I'm singing through a megaphone.
That's a better melody
It's-
than you could find on this fucking album.
and it's like this is not Gorillaz. Like when you listen to the first when you listen to fucking what is the first album is just called Gorillaz, and then when you listen to Demon Days, it's like there's experimentation, there's life, there's livelihood. It's really fun, and like it feels like this imaginary band and you're along for the experience, and it's kind of more punky and more aggressive.
Almost every song sounds completely different on the first album.
Yeah, there's so much experimentation, and 2D does not always. And the thing that always comes up to me in my mind is this, I don't remember the name of the song, the one that's like magic for me,
Magic get me through.
yeah, because it's like you hear that song and it's completely different from the rest, and it's like that's how I imagine
That's
Gorillaz.
5-4.
They 5-4, which is a great song.
I'm gonna jump in for the rest of this segment real quick.
And the experimentation is super interesting, and that's what people liked about Gorillaz, was that it was like, it was different. It was experimenting with the like kind of was European funk, or not funk, punk shit, and like hip hop, and like kind of blending it at a time where that wasn't super like widespread. And there was different shit going on. They were making different shit. But since Humans, it has all been indie pop, and it has all been the same synthesizers, the same vocal effects, the same everything. And throughout the mountain, it's like you can't tell the difference between any of the songs.
There are 16 songs on this album. 15.
15.
4 of them sound distinct. The rest are the same fucking song. It's just
the only songs I can remember are the first 2, because the first song was cool with the like shit that was going on, and then the second song with the moon cave.
Well, and like never before have they used the same collaborators on so many songs.
Yeah.
Where it's like Johnny Marr's on a whole bunch of them. The same Indian singer whose name I don't remember is on a whole bunch of them. Like Black Thought's on 3 songs. Like what happened to using a variety of collaborators and stuff? Like,
yeah. And which was also a big Gorillaz thing, was that it was like, oh, we're bringing in like a shit ton of people, which they still did on Humans.
Yeah.
Which was the only thing I can say positively about Humans.
That about Humans is that, like, because a lot of people complain about there not being enough 2D on that album, and so every album since has been a ton of 2D.
Yeah.
I need to cut a promo on this fucking album real quick. This shit is boring. It's all the same. It's got the worst use of Black Thought I've ever heard on anything. That one song, that 7 minutes, is like the high point of the album, but it's just 2 songs. It did not need to be a 7-minute song. Every song is a minute and a half longer than it needs to be. All of them. The other one good song is the one that's got the that like Australian punk singer on it. Was it the Idols or something like that? That one's okay. That was the only one where I listened to. I was like, if this was in a playlist of music from this year, I'd be like, I wouldn't skip it. Everything else is so boring, but it's mostly Damon Albarn's fuck-ass vocal effect,
singing.
his shitty singing. None of the melodies are memorable. Every time I try to think of what this album sounds like, I think of that fucking meme that was on Twitter where it was like, every Gorillaz song is a rapper being like, yeah, the government fucking sucks, and then 2D comes in like, oh, Lonely Joe, where did you go?
Do the Kids with Guns rap verse.
Yeah, in my backpack I got my act right in case you act quite difficult, like that one. But fucking, but like the sitar is the same on every song. They're all the same tempo. They're all like this lush, gorgeous production that comes in, and then Damon Albarn's voice
It's really
ruins
clean.
it. Literally ruins it.
Super
Every
clean
song on this
production.
would be 1,000 times better without Damon Albarn singing on it. Track 3, The Good Dictator, like what makes that song is that the Sparks singer is on it, and he sounds great, but he's in the background up until like the very end, and in like the bridge before the end, it's just him singing, and that part is the best 30 seconds on the whole album, is when it's just Sparks guy singing.
Sorry,
and not Damon.
Colossal Titan bit.
Damon Albarn sounds like he has not practiced singing. He sounds like he doesn't sing at all between albums.
It sounds like he just wakes up and goes, on the moon cave.
His mumble. The fact that you can even remember that is more than I can remember from this fucking album.
I love my singing. I'm gonna put a voice effect.
All right, that was my promo.
So,
oh yeah, and there's like a bunch of dead people on the album because it's about dead people, but De La Soul did a better version of this called
All My Friends Are Dead.
fuck. Whatever the last De La Soul album was fucking phenomenal. Go listen to that instead. It's 1,000 times better version of this concept.
Weird little thing
and
I'm thinking
it has
about.
Black Thought on it.
something that I noticed and felt was that anytime there was not Damon Albarn singing, he was in the background going, "The mountain, the mountain,
Oh, that was so weird.
the mountain. This is the mountain you're listening to. The mountain. Did you know that this is the mountain?" Which on the first song was emotional to me because I was imagining in Demon Days, the song where they're talking about the like there's like some kind of mountain folk who are being like oppressed by some people or some shit like that. I don't remember what was going on in that song, and it reminded me of that where it was like the mountain folk play or whatever, and I was like, oh, it's like a reference to that, and then it was like fucking 6 more songs where he's like, "This is the mountain. This is the mountain."
Shade, I love the faces you do. This
is the mountain. This is the mountain. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why does he keep... What? This guy's trying to sing and he's over here talking about the mountain. I know it's the mountain. I'm fucking 6 songs deep. Shut the fuck up,
I'm kind
David.
of glad B came in towards the end there. Cause she probably remembers it better than I do because
Yeah.
I had written it off entirely past... we started listening to it again and it was just still... worse. It wasn't still bad. It was worse.
Yeah.
And B had asked me, "What do you think of this album now that you've like had a day about it today?" And I went, "I might have enjoyed it when I was 16 and depressed."
Maybe that's what they were going for.
Like,
Maybe they're like,
Anthony Fantano gave this an 8 out of 10. Fuck you, Anthony.
Anthony
did.
Fantano is the stupidest person
he
I've ever
wore the
heard
yellow
of.
he wore the yellow plaid for the fucking review.
Flannel.
The flannel. Yeah.
Wait, is that a thing he doesn't do anymore?
he does
He
that.
does it, but just only for like the best.
He does it for anything that's like over an 8. He wore the yellow flannel for the fucking song.
Anthony
the album.
Fantano, I wish I could say I think you were a cool guy, but I don't think you're a cool guy. You might be fun to interact with
I
at
think
like
he
a
might
bar.
be a cool guy.
You might be fun to interact with at a bar.
Yeah.
But your music opinions are the worst music opinions
Lately,
I've
they've
ever
been pretty
heard
dog
of.
shit.
I always think they've been dog shit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Good for you. Thank you for everything you've done. You have propelled some people that deserve it, but giving this an 8 out of 10 is I might
crazy
even
work.
say the worst thing you've ever done.
And I get it. There's like
Anthony Fantano's
He
depressed.
gave Damn a 7 and he gave this an 8.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
you, Fantano.
like I get that the album had it had really good production, and there were some inspired elements of it, but they weren't
Mountain.
good. Like it's like
You're listening to a review of
if I was just looking for like I don't know what I'm about to say. It's something like brother should have wrote a fucking poem or something, not this slop album. I would have taken like
you
a
could have
fucking
done a poem over music, and that probably
I would have read a
better.
16-line poem about this album instead of listening to this. That
How
would
many
have been
stanzas?
great. Joey? Alright, we're fucking done. We're fucking done with the mountain. Before we whams it up to the next one, I have to pee again. So, talk about the cats and how much you love them.
I was just going to talk about the
for a minute.
Borderlands thing.
Oh, are you talking about Borderlands? I don't care.
Just because someone... Hang on, let me scroll back up to it.
Desperate game.
Yeah.
Psycho character with flaming axe thing also. That's another fun thing about Borderlands 4. It's the... there's only 3 games in the Borderlands series that have had DLC Vault Hunters. And yeah, in a way that kind of sucks having to pay for an extra character to play for. But it has, in my experience, always been worth it. Borderlands 2 added Gauge the Mech...
See, what Desperate Dane is saying is they were trying to resist buying the game. So the fact that it's good
Yeah,
is horrible
I'm-
news because that means they now have to pay for
I
it.
know, I'm getting there, but I'm responding to the first comment first.
Okay, I see.
Because that's part of the thing that reinvigorated the game for me. The DLC character in Borderlands 4 is so good. Borderlands 4 also is to me, by far the best Borderlands game in the series.
Yeah.
The movement is incredible. The gameplay is awesome. It's a lot of fun.
The colors are amazing.
The colors are great. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel, and Borderlands 4 all had DLC Vault Hunters. In Borderlands 2, it was Gage the Necromancer and Krieg the Psycho. both of which I think are some of the most fun characters to play as in that game. In the pre-sequel, it was I think he's called Jack the Doppelganger. His real name is Gregory or something. And Aurelia, who is she's like an ice witch, and she's Hammerlock's sister. 4 has only released 1 so far, but there's going to be another one. Again, we're still very early into this game's full development cycle, which I think is part of the reason I have such a problem with it. I bought Borderlands 4 the day it came out. I bought this DLC the day it came out, and it's been across the board worth it. I just got bored because there wasn't a lot of endgame content that I was interested in doing. The farming, I like farming, but past a certain point, they recently fixed drop rates. So a big thing with Borderlands 3, everyone was complaining about drop rates constantly because they world drops specifically. You would just get a bunch of legendaries that were assigned to the world drop pool that they just dropped constantly. You could be in any big fight and you would get them. So in Borderlands 4, when it first launched, the drop rates were just kind of fucked. And now they've changed it. Initially, it was on like a tiered system. So a boss might have 3 different legendaries they drop with, and one of those legendaries had a 7.5%, the other one had like a 5%, and the third one had a 2.5%. And for one of them specifically, it was at a 2.5%, and it was like the best gun in the game. And so I literally, this is nothing compared to time I know other like real Borderlands not characters, YouTubers have spent farming it. I spent 6 to 9 hours farming. Yeah, 6 hours. I had to stop myself. Farming this gun, and I didn't get the drop I was looking for because another fun thing about Borderlands 4, they added this thing called the licensed parts system. So if you've ever played Borderlands, you will be aware that there are weapon manufacturers in Borderlands, and they each have their own special thing. Vladoff is a lot of bullets. They shoot a lot of bullets really fast. Hyperion, they have a gun shield, and the accuracy increases. Ripper is like they cobbled this gun together, and so it just shoots until it overheats and you have to fix it. But no, Borderlands 4, I think, encapsulates all of that really well, and I'm only wrapping it up because we're on the beer now. All right.
Hand me that before you say it.
It's empty.
Just hand me it.
Okay, hang on.
What are you...
I'm doing stuff.
It just occurred to me that we never told anyone to comment WAMMBS.
Comment WAMMBS.
Yeah, make
like
sure you
the
comment
stream.
WAMMBS and
subscribe. If you're not...
comment, subscribe. Make sure you comment WAMMBS. That's WAMMBS below.
If you're not subscribed, I will be your sleep paralysis demon tonight.
Alright, WAMMBS!
WAMMBS!
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
WAMMBS!
Subscribe.
WAMMBS!
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 We're on to the fun part.
Hey, I decided to join them because I love beer, and we didn't go to this brewery, but we did pass by it a few times in Chico, California, which is like Northern California. Central Northern California.
It's not Northern, it's
they
Central.
call it Northern California when you're there. So Sierra Nevada is in Central Northern California.
It's just like how fucking Bakersfield pretends they're Southern California.
I think I put the wrong image on the thumbnail, but this is what we're drinking. It's the Heavy Hitters IPA pack.
Hey, what did you put on there?
Something similar. It's 24 cans. You get this at Costco, and
we're gonna run out of beers to get from Costco if they don't change their shit up.
That's true. Costco, you need to keep introducing new beers. So I want each of you to tell me how you feel about the cosmic little thing. You're actually drinking it
It's
right now.
actually what I'm drinking right now. Let me take a sip. I like it. Again, it is an IPA. I'm not big on IPAs, but as far as it goes, this is a hazy double. Hazies are probably my favorite kind of IPA. They're a lot fruitier. They don't go as much into the bitter. And I really like the art on this as well.
Cosmic little thing is a cute name.
So I drank this yesterday.
You thought it was shit from the butt, didn't you?
And I thought it was hot garbage. I would give it a 2 out of 10. It actually almost made me vomit, and I didn't finish it. I dumped the last
I actually really like it.
like third of it.
I would describe this as it tastes more like an ale than an IPA. It is highly crushable.
All of these are highly crushable.
I
That means
disagree
you
with
can
that.
drink it.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
I could slam this in a second. This is the lowest alcohol one in the
Really?
pack, right?
No,
no, this is 8%. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
the lowest one is the electric.
Why? That's hilarious.
And that is exclusive to this one.
Yeah, Cosmic Little Thing. I like this a lot. To me, it kind of almost tastes like a blonde or a wheat ale or something.
This is the one that
it's
V
way
and I
lighter than a
like
normal
fight
IPA.
over.
That
when
shit
we
tasted
get
like
this.
fucking ass.
Shane
I thought
hated
that
it.
shit
Do you want to make sure you think it's shit from?
You guys you drink fucking warm beer.
Yeah, we drink warm beer. It deserves to be mentioned because it is easier to chug.
Well, that's not why I
Shane
drink.
doesn't
warm.
like it at all. That's
I don't like that
funny.
shit, man. It tastes like I'm eating a
Do you
wheat
think it's
plant.
that it's hazy? Is that okay? You don't like wheat beer then? Because
I
I
guess
love
not.
wheat beer. So
It tastes like I'm taking wheat and just like like licking it. Like I'm just fucking.
That's fair.
I'm like grinding up wheat in my hand and licking it off my hand.
I like farmhouse ales, and that's basically that, with like sour added to it. I will say the reason we do drink warm beer, part of it is it's kind of inconvenient because we all.
you don't want to go all the way down to the fridge.
Well, it's not that. We all share a fridge, and I
So
don't want
the amount of
to
space
pack
it
it with
takes,
beer. But outside of that,
Yeah.
I think drinking, for some beers, this doesn't apply to all of them. Drinking beers warm can awaken flavors that you don't necessarily get when they're cold, because the cold will, it like dulls it a little bit.
Yeah.
This applies more to stouts than it does IPAs,
And
certainly.
maybe I would say it's worth it to try both and figure out which one you like more.
I
if
think
it's
I
cold or
have
if it's
tried this
warm.
cold and warm.
I drink everything warm, honestly. Like I just am very indifferent.
I
to
will
the-
say also,
the temperature
not
of what I
warm,
drink.
room temperature.
Yeah, no, not like warm.
Oh yeah. We're not like boiling this shit.
Not any warmer than it would be by sitting in your room. All right, well let's move on to Big Little Thing. What are your thoughts on Big Little?
I thought it was okay. I would give it like a 6 out of 10. It was. I don't really remember it.
I just drank this was empty.
I drank it at the beginning.
This was empty, and I just drank the little bit that was there. Very fruity.
The big little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a juicy.
also a
hazy
hazy.
IPA. I think of it as like tasting.
It's a hazy imperial.
It tastes like slightly orange, but much less so than a beer that would actually advertise itself as tasting orange.
Yeah. It definitely has like some little
you have
fruity
a
taste
description?
to it. But
No,
overall,
none
it
of these
just
have a
tastes like some
description.
fucking beer.
Yeah, no, this is like the most beer-ass beer that
Yeah.
you could possibly get.
It just tastes
Like,
like some beer. With
If you generally are like, I think beer is gross, you will hate
the
all
guy,
of
the
these.
guy that put it together thought about an orange, and that's the orange
that's
taste
about
that you get
how
about
orange
it.
it is.
He ate an orange, ate the rind, and then breathed over the beer.
On it, and that's the orange that you get. on
I
that.
will say, for this pack, this brewery specifically, you're probably only going to get this if you're either really into grilling or really into camping.
Wait, why the grilling?
Grilling guys just love IPAs. I don't know what it
Do they?
is.
I thought
Yeah.
grilling guys really like Bud Light.
I'm not talking
depends on
about
what kind of
old
grilling
school
guys.
grillers.
Okay.
Like guys with a Traeger.
We're talking about technical grillers.
Guys with
We're
the
talking
chips,
about the
yeah.
grillers that know the like amount of propane that they're fucking entering into their grill.
I'm not even talking about
We're
propane.
talking, yeah, propane is a little bit
No.
fucking pleb
So,
for what the
I'm-
kind of grilling
I'm
we're
not-
talking about.
Whoa, I'm like
We're talking
I'm a
about
pleb griller.
pellet- We're
The
talking
wood
about
pellet
pellet smoking.
smokers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about fucking
I don't even know what that is.
It's
little pellets of wood.
I promise you, you will, because I will get one at some point.
Okay.
But so there's a brand that popularized this called Traeger. They make pellet smoking grills. It's wood that is compressed into pellets, and it's got a feeder on the side, and it over time feeds it into an auger, which feeds it into the smoking chamber, and you can really accurately dial the temperature into what you're trying to smoke.
Yeah. Week 27 of WAMMBS will be pellet smoked sausage.
Yes. we said we were going to introduce G as gaming. No, it's going to be grilling.
Hank Hill type she, well, he would use propane.
No,
That's why he's actually really bad at grilling.
Propane is the stupidest
so
way to grill anything.
There is an episode of King of the Hill where
It's the charcoal one. right?
there's an episode where Bobby and Peggy find out that like it tastes way better if you use charcoal.
Yeah.
Because of Con, and I think it's because of Con, and they're like, oh my god, we can never go back to propane, and then they're acting as if they cheated on Hank because they're like eating charcoal.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we have to keep this a secret, but it's so good, we have to like eat it still. Yeah. And then they do like a thing where Hank is like super pissed that they're eating charcoal, and then he's like, I have to fucking compare it, and then they're like, the propane is better because they're like lying so that he feels better. Anyway, we're talking about beer.
Yeah, so the Electric Torpedo IPA, which I'm drinking right now, and like,
I'm also drinking that right now.
Now you're drinking the Atomic.
Oh yeah, I'm drinking the Atomic.
That one to me is by far the hoppiest, most IPA tasting. Like, but
It's got the icky, sticky people describe liking in IPAs. People, crazy people that like IPAs.
this tastes like I'm straight up drinking weed flower.
I liked this one.
Which is crazy to me because
What did you like about
think
it?
you liked IPA.
I don't know. It just tasted all right.
It does taste like you're eating weed.
It tastes like eating weed.
I would give it like a 6 or a 7. You know, like it's
That's
all
about the
right.
fucking alcohol content.
7.5.
Which is the lowest in the pack, which would make me think that it would be the easiest drink. But to me, this is like I said, I could crush a Cosmic. This, I have to take my time.
He's crushing a Cosmic right now.
I cannot drink this quickly. I cannot. It leaves like a very.
It sticks with you.
And maybe this could be that it just tastes better cold.
Could be.
Because I drink it cold.
To me, it's like this tastes like tree bark.
Let me try that.
Just flat out tree bark.
This is like siblings germs or whatever, but
Shade, you just drank a beer that I put my mouth on. It's fine.
I don't like that as much, actually.
Okay, so you think it being cold is what contributed a lot to your enjoyment?
It was still okay. I liked it more than the Cosmic, but like
the aftertaste is super tree barky.
yeah.
I like that though. Like not the Cosmic, but I
I
like.
don't hate this as much as I did. I think I've gotten more used to it because the last time you bought one of these packs and I drank one of these first,
and so
I was like, oh no.
That's the other thing with IPAs.
Tastes like a pine.
If you go to a hard in the paint IPA lover and you go, I just don't like IPAs, I don't love them, they go, it's an acquired taste.
All taste is acquired. This is facts.
Yeah, but IPAs are just kind of bad.
I think most people, they pick one beer and they drink that beer, and it's whatever beer their dad had in the fridge.
I want to try all the beers, and actually, to be honest with you, the beer my dad had in the fridge was Stone Brewing, and
which is like the hardest beers in the world.
So
and
I actually think so since we're bringing it up as a topic, we can all go over how we got into beer.
Oh boy, let's finish the
start on
first.
yeah.
How do you feel about the Atomic Torpedo?
Well,
This is the
right
strongest
This
one.
is actually, this is pretty good.
Oh wait, no, it isn't.
Remember.
Big Little Thing is the strongest one.
How much does this have?
9.2.
And that one's 9.5. Oh, yeah. That is like this, but mellower.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
like
and they're
much
the same-
easier
so
to drink.
I actually think this might be my favorite one.
It's really good.
That's
of the
pretty
four.
good.
So
I would say it's
This
like a
is
6
easily
or
my least favorite.
it's
I
also
think-
like a 6 or 7, but like leaning more towards a 7.
I think Sierra Nevada's
For me.
like flagship thing is the torpedo line, and so that's Electric Torpedo, that's Atomic Torpedo, and I know they have a couple other ones that are.
For the record, none of these is above a 6 for me either. They're
Oh no!
the Cosmic Little Thing and Cosmic Little Thing might be a 6. The orange one is like a strong 5 to a light 6. That one's like a strong 5 to a light 6, and this one's like a strong 4 to a light 5.
Yeah.
They're all in like the 4 to 6 range. They are mediocre beers that have a
these are
high
not
alcohol
great.
content, and you could buy 24 of them for like $25 or something like that. Yeah,
This
they're-
is this is the
30
hater
bucks for 24
the hater
beers.
episode of WAMMBS where everything is not that great except for Kagurabachi.
Well, he liked JoJo plenty. So
Yeah.
it wasn't
never
pure
mind,
hater
never mind.
energy.
And because we did.
And we haven't gotten to the pretzels yet.
Well, there's that as
Oh,
well.
that's right. We haven't gotten to the snacks.
Because last week I did the tequila thing. I do have the special honorable mention that doesn't come in a pack.
Oh, what's
thing.
that?
I'll get to that.
Okay.
I'll get to
Are we
that.
gonna tell our how we got into drinking stories?
Yeah, start with
2
Shade,
hours into
and then
this
B will go it.
So Bird was like, "This one's probably gonna be shorter than last time." I was like, "I don't know about
We
that."
can find plenty to talk about with beer. Don't even try. We can find it. So, so the first time I drank was actually you. You gave me a mimosa for my 18th birthday, and then we recorded a stream, or it might not have been a stream, just a let's play of like Super Meat Boy. But
oh my god, I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
you getting. That was your first time drinking.
that was my first time drinking. You gave me like
I remember
3
you
mimosas.
being drunk on the Super Meat Boy stream.
Yeah.
And having a great fucking time.
I was having a good time. It's an awkward stream for me, but either way, that was the first time I drank, but I didn't really get into beer. I was like, okay, I guess I kind of like a mixed drink. I don't know. And then hard alcohol, I tried it a few times, and I was like, this shit is disgusting. And then I tried cracking, and it like made me vomit. And I was like, I don't know if alcohol is right for me. And then I started hanging out with like a friend at work, and I would go over to his house every Friday to play Rock Band. And every single week he would offer me a beer, and I'd be like, I don't like beer. Like, but he would offer it to me anyway because he was drunk and high as fuck every single week. And he'd be like, just try the beer, man. And I'd be like, okay. And I tried it. I'm like, this is disgusting. And then he gave me Fat Tire. And I was like, I kind of like it. Like, I can kind of get into Fat Tire. So then he started buying Fat Tire just for me to drink on Fridays when I would come over for his Rock Band nights. And I was like drinking it, and I was like, yeah, I can definitely get into Fat Tire. So then I was like getting into beer.
I don't really care for Fat Tire.
And then I heard that was like Dad's favorite beer.
You talk the most shit about, actually.
Yeah. So I was drinking Fat Tire, and I was like, okay, I can kind of get into this. And then he started giving me other shit. And like I started experimenting as well. I remember when I first saw an IPA, it just said India Pale Ale, and I didn't know what that meant. So I grabbed a case of beer that looked cool and said India Pale Ale, and I was like, what is this? And then I tried it, and I was like, like, what the fuck did I just drink?
That's why I'm so surprised that you like the like the pure West Coast IPA.
I mean, that was also 6 years ago, but
true.
Like, I was like, this is disgusting. Not 6 or 7 years ago, but
exactly 6, motherfucker.
It was 6 fucking years ago. I know. It was 2020. I was a GM. No. So, I tried it, and it was disgusting. And then I kept on going over to his house, and he kept on just giving me more beers. And I was like, actually, I'm enjoying these more. And he was like opening the door to me. And then he gave me a fucking Voodoo Ranger.
Oh.
The juicy, whatever it's called.
It's on the list. Of
yeah.
beers
He gave me the Voodoo Ranger, and I was like, this shit's good. And it's like 9.5.
Yeah.
And so it became, I was like, you should just keep getting these. And he was like, dude, I love the Voodoo Ranger. And I was like, I think I like it too.
That's the Burnt Peanuts' favorite beer.
Yeah. So then really the Burnt Peanut, I've never watched any Burnt Peanut.
Oh, he is genuinely hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So every Friday I would go over to my friend's house. We'd play Rock Band. He'd give me a Voodoo Ranger, and we'd have a fucking kick-ass time. We'd play every Yes song there is, and I loved it. That is not Yes.
That's fucking Kansas.
Oh shit, you're right. I thought I was doing Roundabout, and I was doing Kansas.
You're doing fucking Wayward Son.
That's hilarious. Yeah. What's the fucking riff from Roundabout?
Ding 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 ding.
Okay. I got into beer because I went to the Philippines, and my mentor Ghost Lightning gave me my first ever beer, which was a Red Horse, and it kicked me in the fucking face, and I thought it was disgusting and horrible. But later on, I found out actually I love Red Horse. You can get it at Whole Foods and almost nowhere else.
Yeah, that sounds
it's
right.
quite good. If you want, it makes your face red, legitimately. It's like the beer that I get the most red face effect off of. But how I taught myself to actually like beer was that we had this mini fridge in our house, and had a bunch of Bud Light from like a party. and I took the mini fridge to my room, and it still had all the Bud Light in it. So I started gradually drinking that while watching the Lolly basketball anime, because I felt like I can't watch this if I'm not shit-faced. And then, so I would, like, basically practice drinking, like, deliberately acquiring the taste. And then I don't remember how I got into Tecate, but...
I drank half a case of Tecate,
so I can
get sloppy enough to make
You sound even
That
more
is-
like Danny Brown than I do. Jesus Christ.
I was gonna say that is uncanny.
It's a crazy Danny Brown by way of me. But yeah, I drank half a case of Tecate so I could get sloppy enough to do my job properly. But the Tecate is like was my favorite light beer for a while, and I would always go and buy that. And then gradually just started getting into, like, you know, like, for the most part, I would try all kinds of beers and just didn't like most of them. I just saw it as, like, this is just a way to get used to beer. But then Bird and I started going to breweries, like, where they actually make the beer. I think we started probably with Stone Richmond or something. What was the first brewery we went to together? Do you remember?
It was probably Stone Richmond.
Yeah, so Stone Brewing, of course, is on his shirt. He went there growing up. His dad literally had, like, his wedding reception there.
He did.
And it just so happens that the only two Stone locations for a long time were, there was Escondido.
There's like 5 of them.
There's like 5 of them in Southern California, and then one in Richmond and one in Germany. Richmond, Virginia. So, like, it just so happened we lived close to a Stone brewery, and so when we started traveling the country together with just the two of us in, like, 2021, it was probably when we first came back across the country and lived with my uncle that we probably stopped at Stone on the way home. And then we realized that, like, when you buy beer at the brewery, it is significantly cheaper than, especially, well, I should say at Stone. Stone beers are cheaper at the brewery than they are in the
They
store.
can be. They're not always.
Excuse me. For the most part, it was like you could get a giant growler for, like, the same price as buying, like, a couple of Stone beers or whatever. So when we realized that, like, beer was kind of cheaper at the brewery, and also breweries are just a cool environment.
Brewing, like most things, is an art.
Yeah.
And so I do appreciate getting to go there and talking to the people who are
See the
involved in the
artists.
process of making it. I don't like going to bars.
Yeah.
Um,
Because bars are like, A, the alcohol's more expensive. B, it's always a loud as fuck environment full of, like, the fuck ass people. who
breweries
hang out at
are
bars.
almost always just a chill place to hang out and learn about the beer you're
Yep.
drinking.
And so we started going to breweries all the time, and particularly in 2023, we had a job that was a traveling job around the U.S., and so everywhere we went, we would systematically visit every single brewery in town. So, like, we might spend 2
Probably
weeks.
into like 500.
We would, I don't know about 500, but
300?
200, I would say, is the most it could have possibly been. But, like, we would go somewhere like Kansas City, be there for 2 weeks, and visit every brewery in
Did we
Kansas
go to
City.
any other brewery than Kansas City than
Boulevard? Yeah, we went to a bunch of them. Don't you remember that one that was a coffee place and a brewery, and we went
That
there
wasn't a
like 2
brewery.
or 3 times? I thought it was.
It was a coffee place, and maybe it was.
It was.
No, you're
It was a
right.
brewery
Yeah,
and a coffee
that
place.
place was really cool.
We went to like literally every city we went to. We would go to every fucking brewery in town.
That we had the time to visit.
Yeah, and so in the course of that, we probably visited like almost 200 breweries inside of like a year.
Yeah, my
200 would be no. It had to be 100. 200 is crazy.
It has to be more than that.
But like even just here in Hampton Roads, there's like 10 plus breweries, and we've
Well,
been to all
across
of
the
them
water,
more than once.
which is I've been to all the ones across the water at this point.
Yeah.
That was at least 10.
So probably 20 just in
Yeah.
Hampton Roads.
It's crazy. So how I can tell what I mean now?
Yeah.
Sorry, burp. Is it just beer or drinking that we're doing? How we got into drinking? So because they're kind of entwined.
You
with
can
me.
go over both.
My father, great man, love him. He worked in high-end restaurants for most of my upbringing, and he pretty much only spent the weekends with us because we lived in San Diego, he worked in LA, and he only had time to come back on the weekends because it didn't make sense to do that commute every day. The weekends, he would always have some kind of wine or some kind of beer, and this was growing up. He would encourage us to take a sip of what he was drinking, and so Most of the time it was wine, but every now and then it was beer, and he would have us try it and tell our thoughts on it. So the alcohol culture has always been ingrained in me. My dad does not like getting drunk. He likes drinking for the flavor. And I once asked him, have you ever tried non-alcoholic beer? Because you don't like getting drunk? And he went, the alcohol just adds something. It's a tangible flavor.
Yeah.
And so I had always been exposed to wine and beer. And I think the first time I ever got drunk was I was probably 17, and my mom in the 90s had been really into margaritas, and so she had a bottle of triple sec in our cabinet for as long as I'd existed. And one night I
remember this story.
One night I just drank a bunch of triple sec and replaced the triple sec I didn't drink with water because I was scared she would notice the volume difference. She didn't, for what it's worth. She doesn't drink anymore. But gave me the zoomies. I ran around. I was listening to fucking music all night. And then probably my real first time drinking, I was kicked out of my house at 17. Or no, 18. Like literally 4 days after I turned 18, I was kicked out because I smoked weed and my mom wasn't about it. In California.
Trauma dump.
No, it's fine. We've worked it out. It's not like a point of like pain for me anymore. But so I moved into my great-grandfather's house with one of my cousins. And my cousin was of age and understood that I was responsible enough to drink. And so he would bring home alcohol. I also worked at a gas station at this point, and the gas station's policy was basically like, yeah, you can get beer, and as long as we don't see you leave with it, it's your beer.
Kamen Rider fan says, I don't know if you moved past JoJo. We did a while back, but he says they say they want Ryutaro Okiayu to voice Funny Valentine. I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
I will find out.
That was like 5 minutes ago, but I just assumed that they were super behind.
The first beer I ever bought was a Ballast Point 6-pack. I don't remember the
Hops are in the same family of plants as cannabis.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That was an interesting
look the
comment.
same.
That's why
They
I pointed
literally taste like weed. And they look like
That
weed.
is interesting.
You can see a picture of a hop right there on the can.
The first 6-pack I ever bought was from Ballast Point. It was a porter with a skeleton piloting a ship, like an old school pirate ship on it. And it was fine.
Is it not over?
And from there, I kind of kept doing Ballast Point. I only really got into breweries and going to them when I first started traveling the United States. No, it wasn't even that. No. Because, it was with B. That was when I first got into breweries. I wanted to see where people made the stuff. And beer's cool. I like it as a form of intoxication. I won't lie there. But I like it a lot more as an art form. And that applies to wine. That applies to liquor as well. Who is this guy?
Ryutaro
No,
Okiayu.
keep going with your
I'm
story.
trying to
We're
find
doing
That
it.
was it.
Trying to find any
That was it?
I've always had alcohol as a part of my life, so I've always been interested.
He was born in the alcohol, molded by the alcohol.
Probably had my first sip of wine when I was like 10.
family. The alcohol is in
But,
his
so
veins.
before we move on from the beer section of this, last week I had a tequila. This week I have this, and this is the Kirkland Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout Vintage Ale. This, I bought the last 2 bottles that they had at our Costco because I don't think it's available anymore, and that's the only reason I bought it. I've got 3 glasses here for us to all... I love that lighter trick. Try and see.
You're
our
really good
thoughts
at that.
on it.
I'm really bad at that.
A lot of experience.
I always hurt my fucking thumb doing it.
Man, this guy has been in a lot of shows I've seen playing characters I don't really remember that well. He was Hades in Record of Ragnarok.
Don't try it yet.
I don't think I saw season 2 of that.
Shit smells like gum.
Yeah.
They
said yeah.
Smells like fucking xanthan gum.
Okay, so actually, I feel like we talked so much beyond the Sierra Nevada. This might be able to just be like its own special. I feel like we had enough to make a special episode about Borderlands and a special episode about how we got into alcohol.
Last time the beer segment was actually longer than this one has been.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It was
Really?
30 minutes long last time.
So, real quick, everyone,
It's been about 25.
we're all going to take a sip at the same time. Shade's going to start, he's going to go, then I'm going to go.
This shit smells disgusting. I think I'm gonna vomit.
Here, read the bottle. It'll make you feel better.
Bourbon barrel aged imperial stout vintage ale.
It's like 11%.
Brewed and bottled at the Scutesbury Band or Kirkland. Signature is a trademark owned by Costco Wholesale Corporation and is
So-
used under license. Government warning: according to the
didn't read
Surgeon
the
General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects.
Most of Kirkland's beer that I've seen that they make under their own label is made by Deschutes, which is a brewery based out of Oregon, and we have been to their Portland location.
Yeah.
All right, let's
This
cheers
shit
it.
smells like Laffy
No,
Taffy.
we all gotta cheers it. All right, 3, 2, 1, skål.
Let's go. Ooh, okay. Smooth, very bourbony, very winey.
Let's start with Shade.
It's really funny how I drank it, was like, oh yeah, and he drank it, was like, oh, I can see time.
Shit tastes like poison. Which alcohol is poison.
Yeah, literally. You don't have to finish that, by the way. I will.
Bird's eye, oh,
It tastes like I just licked the inside of a barrel. Like it just tastes like wood.
Yes, it does.
Ugh.
It's
Bourbon
aged in a
barrel
bourbon
aged.
barrel. Yeah, it tastes
That
like
is the
bourbon and
goal.
wood.
It tastes like when you're fucking sitting at a campfire and the fucking wind is blowing in your direction.
Literally, he sits in the direction where it will.
I
blow
don't like
smoke in
that
his
shit.
face.
I get pissed off when I'm like, the wind changed my direction. Let
I
me
actually
move.
think this.
At some
tastes-
point, after you go camping enough, you just accept it.
This is actually less woody and barrel aged than most bourbon barrel aged ales. This tastes more like wine to me. It's very great.
You
I'll
can-
I'll bring a
here.
barley wine in at some point.
She straight up did not want that shit.
Ugh.
Holy fuck.
That's a worse reaction than the tequila, which I'm surprised about, to be honest with you.
And funny thing about the tequila, and I probably should have brought this up last week when we drank tequila. So I worked at Steel for a little bit, and one of our to describe, I worked in a station where there was 2 people in front of me and then 1 person behind me, and we all we fucked around a lot. We were good pals and we joked around a lot. And the guy behind me got promoted, so he was moving away, and we were like, "Oh no!" I don't remember his name. He was some Colombian guy. We'd called him some Colombian racist name, and he
As it happens in industrial/kitchen environments.
I think it was Lucho, but
Didn't have to. We don't need to know what the racist name was.
but
Why is Lucho?
he was
racist?
moving just because
We don't need to know or discuss why. As your
He was moving
producer, I
on.
will be editing out the racist name.
It's not that racist. But anyway,
Did he?
Okay, not
So
Colombian
hang
person.
on. Did he want to be called?
yeah, he wanted to be
Lucho?
called that.
Okay,
that's how he
then-
introduced himself. It wasn't his name, but
I worked with a guy who wanted to be called Chi-Chi.
yeah. So anyway, he was moving on, and we were like, "No, we have to send you off because we're never going to see you again." Like, it was a big factory. We weren't going to see
tequila
him.
was brought out.
And so we went to this Mexican restaurant because he wanted to go there, and they were like, "We're gonna have a shot of tequila together," and we all had it, and my friend and him both just took it, and I was just like,
Do you know what tequila it was?
"No, it was whatever the fuck he ordered."
Yeah. So
he-
regular tequila is probably my least favorite liquor.
So he looked at me. He saw me reacting like I was dying, and he looked over at my friend and he went, "That is the worst reaction I've ever seen to tequila." And I was like,
Tequila
I
does
cannot
kind
handle
of
it.
suck. No, because mezcal has the smoke to compensate for it, but
Yeah.
straight tequila is just not fun to drink.
I gotta say, this thing, the flavor of this stays in your mouth.
The
and
flavors
I
are
like
melting on
it
my tongue.
like sugar on my tongue. And I'm stuck in the big dick in London and Florida
Yeah, no. I
and France.
drink black coffee for fun. I drink like a cup of it and I chug it. This is what I look for in a beer, with stouts specifically.
You're like that line from Stress where he's like, I stick my thumb in a peach and leave it there. Like,
Yeah.
that's just what you described to
I don't
me.
even think it tastes like a stout. This just tastes straight up like wine in a bourbon barrel to me.
I get that.
Like deep red wine. It barely tastes like beer to me.
Yeah, it did taste more like wine. That's
I
how
get
I
that.
would describe it.
More like wine than beer.
I can't wait to have you try barley wine.
Not that much.
Yeah,
like
just have me
bourbon,
try whatever.
except
I'll
for the
fucking
wood.
torture myself for views for sure.
I kind of introduced in the first with the tequila, but I do want to bring like an honorable mention, something you can't get in a pack every
We
week.
definitely gotta make shorts out of just Shay reacting to
Just
all
like,
he doesn't like.
I'm very particular.
But with stouts are probably my favorite kind of beer, and typically what I'm looking for is bitter. Not bitter, but
Okay, this section is too long. Let's move on to this.
all right.
Wait, okay.
WAMMBS! I'm still here. Wow!
Oh, you're gonna be here for the snacks too?
I want to try them. And, I mean, I already.
You've
know.
had them.
I just want to.
So,
I hit the mic.
Shane, you've never had these before, right?
No, I haven't had these.
So these are Dot's home-style pretzels. They were started in South Dakota. They've got in a flavor profile I've never found anything else.
Yeah, they're very.
Bro's got the lower on the pretzels.
I looked this up.
Hold 'em up,
I
hold 'em
just I didn't get it. They make these in different flavors. We got the original because I think they're great. You can't eat a lot of these. I can't
Why?
eat a lot of
I
these.
can eat a lot of these.
It's heavy.
It's heavy.
I don't know.
I'm curious what you're gonna think. You've had pretzels. Yeah. I want you to describe
I
what's
can't get
different
close
about
enough.
these from pretzels you've had.
They stink, that's for sure.
They do kind of.
They do, absolutely. The smell is weird. But they taste pretty good.
I ate one and immediately needed to eat a second one, and third, and fourth, and possibly 12.
That's pretty damn good.
I have a thing in my mouth.
We're gonna have more.
This is the one segment that I hope we consistently are all just happy with. Every
Snacks
snack
are
we eat,
good.
We're just like, fuck, yeah.
Snacks are good.
Yeah.
They stink real bad, but
I think it's the mustard. I know there's mustard in these.
Mustard! They say big time buttery flavor, a satisfying crunch with a twist, specially seasoned with blend of bold spices and baked to golden perfection. That's the like Gundam spec going on in the
Let me
bag.
see. Garlic powder, MSG, buttermilk,
MFG, that's such a brilliant fucking thing to put on a pretzel.
onion powder.
That's gotta be what makes it so unique.
Oh, it doesn't have mustard powder. That's interesting. I always assumed this was mustard, but no, it's garlic and onion. These are garlic and onion pretzels. No wonder I like
Well,
them
they
so
mostly
much.
taste like butter, garlic, and probably that hint of MSG.
The
really.
butter really sticks with you.
The butter and garlic are like the forward flavors for sure. Probably
It's kinda
butter
weird.
is overwhelmingly the main flavor, but
I think it's the garlic. Like, oh my god.
I think the
I
butter
think the
hits
garlic
hard.
is really fucking like, it's like fucking a truck. It's hitting me like like Konosuba right at the beginning. It's hitting me really hard.
the isekai truck of garlic.
Yeah, the garlic is like it feels like my breath is just garlic now.
When he said Konosuba because he was actually not hit by a tractor.
Yeah.
He just died of fear from
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
he was going to be hit by a tractor.
We watched a couple episodes, and that sucked.
No, Konosuba.
Yeah,
funny.
butter garlic.
The butter is like the first flavor that like coats your tongue. The garlic sticks with you really hard.
The ones you like,
That's
Lots,
really-
lots of salt, lots of onion.
That's really weird. I would think with pretzels, salt is what you get.
Yeah.
But this is butter garlic all the way.
Yeah.
Like there's some salt,
Salt
for sure.
is like the
but,
last thing you notice.
yeah, but it's like I'm getting hit with garlic immediately, and then I'm like tasting butter, and then it's like, hey, there's salt here.
I can actually see, if you look at it closely, like there's green. Oh, I don't know if the camera's.
It's not gonna focus.
it's not gonna pick it up.
You can almost see the green in there, in like the tracks, like in the in the middle section, you can see like the rings of garlic.
Oh yeah, I can see it. There's green in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably onion that is the green.
Why would? Oh, I guess it could be.
Oh, green onion. Yeah.
Garlic's not green.
These are pretty good though. I would give it like a solid 8.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't
feel like
buy
a
these
strong 8
is
to a
because
light
they're
9.
quite expensive.
Well, except for at Costco.
No, Costco, they're like, this was still like $14 a bag.
This is $10. Maybe
Still,
8.
too much for a fucking bag of pretzels.
But it's fucking, it's like loaded.
huge.
It's all the way loaded. Like,
You're making a lot of noise.
I do think dots are too expensive in anywhere other than Costco, but the Costco price is well worth it to me.
You really like the Buffalo
Good.
Well, how
ones, right?
how much was it?
I really think it was like $8 or $9. I don't think it was
No,
14.
it was above 10 for sure.
Maybe they've increased the price. The price of everything's going up. The Hershey Salty Snacks Company in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Are these made by the Hershey or
No,
the other Hershey?
they were acquired by Hershey.
Ah, okay.
So
This was started as a company in South Dakota.
I will say, and hold on, actually wait before I say anything. Let
You
me
should finish your bite. All right.
They're really fucking good.
But B, well, Shades, you like the buffalo ones. You've actually tried a different flavor.
Yeah, so
The one I'm really
I
looking
might like
forward
the
to-
regular one better.
I have never tried they make a cinnamon sugar version of this, and I really want to try that, but they don't make a big bag of it that is at Costco.
The butter flavor makes me want to eat 1,000 of them. Like
That's why I can't eat a lot of them.
Like the buffalo flavor one is good because even though I'm generally not into buffalo chicken like that, but it's like the buffalo flavoring on these pretzels is exactly right. It's a good spicy kick. If you want a spicy snack that tastes like buffalo,
I love buffalo chicken.
buffalo dots are a great way to go. I've only ever had them as a free sample at Costco. I never bought like a whole bag.
Oh,
I could not see going through a whole bag of the buffalo ones.
pretzels.
When it comes to these, I could literally eat this until I am sick. Like,
So that was that was what I was about to bring up. So they are actually really intense, and that's kind of how you started
so
it
much
off,
flavor.
Bird.
they give me indigestion if I eat too many of them.
So when
I'm gonna stop
ranking
now before I
when
fall
ranking
off.
snacks, that's one of the things that I think about is like it's a snack. It's snackability,
be able to
right?
eat a bunch of
like you should be able to just not stop while you're so it's thinking about when I'm watching something, is this going to stop me from paying attention to what I'm watching?
These
And
would.
I don't really like
They're
something
very
distracting me.
As snacks go, these are extremely.
I like something to be like, it's like, damn, that's good, but also I can pay attention. And this thing kind of is too intense. Like, it's a lot.
Interesting metric.
So
me,
after
that's
like a few handfuls, I'm like, wow, I don't know. That's like, my mouth is like destroyed. I'm like, maybe after like a few handfuls of this, I'm like, maybe I'll stop.
A serving size is 16 pieces and contains 140 calories.
Yeah.
So for me, as the resident skinny bitch,
Less than I would have thought.
it is less than I would have thought, and it's exactly appropriate for me. Like 16 pieces is how much I would. Oh my goodness, you really broke out the baby.
That made me look so fat.
I would eat about 16 of these and then put it away. But I would be staring at it out of the corner of my eye all day. Because
Like the peanut butter pretzels.
The peanut butter pretzels from Costco are nowhere near as good as this, but I get so addicted to them.
This
that
is-
I will
this
eat,
is
like,
damn
3
good.
servings in a day.
It's damn good, but
These are
It's
like
just
I
like-
literally would have to hide these from myself.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm not allowed to eat that.
they're just really intense. After eating maybe 20 of them, I think I would be like, I think I gotta put this down in order to watch what I'm watching. And they stink. They smell like cheddar. It's weird.
They do smell like cheese.
It's weird.
That
Why
put
do they
me
smell
off
like
when I
cheddar?
first got into them because I was like, "Oh, is this gonna taste like cheese?" No, they don't taste like cheese, but they do smell
weird.
like
They
cheese.
stink.
Safeway has a generic dot. It's cheaper, but you definitely regret the quality drop.
Then I will never ever buy them, and Safeway doesn't exist out here.
Yeah, we don't really have Safeway. We've been to some.
No, we've been to them because they're the grocery store near my grandparents' house. But Safeway is just like a Kroger or something. It is just another.
Oh, that's a grocery store.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Raceway, which is a gas
So-
station.
I just want to point out the front of the bag says "Small Town Story, Big Time Flavor." What is the small town story?
They were started by a woman from South Dakota. I don't remember the exact story.
There ain't no
But her
big
name is
towns in
literally
South
Dot.
Dakota.
Her name is Dot. She's from South Dakota. She flavored this off of a flavoring that she grew up with or something. I don't remember exactly, so kill me if I'm wrong.
Kill them with knives.
But she wanted to season something with that seasoning. She thought pretzels would be a good fit for it, and she did it. And they're great. They're literally a natural sensation. I tried these for the first time when I was still living in California, which at this point is, God, 7 years ago? Yeah, 6, 7
Apparently,
years
the
ago.
main thing is vegetable oil, which now that I've read that, I'm like, oh, that's exactly what that is.
It's the
Oh, it's
yeah.
not butter. It's
It's what
vegetable
they're
There
oil.
is also buttermilk. It's vegetable oil, salt, maltodextrin, buttermilk, corn syrup, dehydrated garlic, salt, monosodium glutamate.
I've also read
That's
and seen
MSG.
shorts that say these have fallen off since Hershey acquired them. I don't think that's the case, but
Spices. Just
I think they're good.
generally Spices.
well, they don't want to give away their spice combination.
Okay, fair enough. It does have xanthan gum, cellulose gum, and guar gum.
Guar.
No, Guar, like guargura,
Oh.
contains milk
I'm
and
Guargura.
Um,
Look at the short
actually
girl.
sounds like-
No, guar is spelled G-A-W-R.
No, Gwar, but this is Guar, like guargura.
No, I'm not talking about the band.
Oh.
The VTuber.
No, she spelled Guar.
No, it's G-A-W-R, I'm pretty sure.
That would be Gour.
Oh, maybe I'm stupid. Whatever.
Also, it says ingredients derived
she-
from a bioengineered
Wait, did you-
source.
Did you guys pay attention? I mean, Guargura is like gone.
Oh, she dead?
Well, she
Another shark ate her?
she graduated, which was like it's like a weird term for like a VTuber that like got it was like essentially let go from the production staff, and then she's like a new character now.
I hope you have the time of your life.
So take the photographs and still frames in your mind.
All right,
Hanging on
gang.
a
We've
shelf and good
WAMMBS.
health and good
Yep,
time.
Dots, I think we all agree, is a very good snack.
What
Don't
can,
do some memories in
You
that.
ate all the rest of those Wegmans ones, right?
Yeah.
what can we expect for the next week of WAMMBS?
Yeah,
Have
actually,
your
that's a good
little
question.
booklet?
Oh shit! Okay, yeah.
Everyone already
forgot we
left.
had to do this.
Go get your little booklet if
They
you don't
really?
know.
Where's the? How do I see the
The views are right there
where?
5.
with the eyeball.
That's plenty. Okay, so the stuff we're covering next week is Sentenced to Be a Hero. It's the anime.
What the fuck is that?
It's
Behemoth.
a big, I think, isekai show from last season.
He can't be seen. He can't be seen.
He's trying to
Unless
drink.
you want to veto and suggest a different anime, but
I'm not gonna veto
otherwise.
shit.
Okay,
I'm
Sentenced.
in for the fucking run.
We're gonna watch the 1st 3
We're in it for the
episodes.
love of the game.
Listen,
She's just here for the beer and
I
snacks.
will watch something, and if I fucking hate it, I fucking hate it.
that might be
Alright,
better for content,
alright.
to be honest with you.
I'll just
So-
say that I fucking hated it.
I'm also not excited to watch to be
Big Man's
sentenced.
fucking
Be sentenced to
Oh,
be a
now,
Hail is
now
the
it's
camera.
bad. Now it's bad.
Behemoth.
So
Hang on.
He fucked up the
Eric
fucking.
makes
Yoink.
it's good.
It's
Okay,
not even
if you're
focused
talking about
anymore.
Sentenced to Be a Hero, I will believe it is. Other than the shows that Bird and I already watched, so if you don't know, Bird and I have a show called We Watch Anime on the. Trying to get the camera to refocus.
Yeah. It usually fixes it if you do that.
Oh, don't worry about it. We're at the very end. Okay,
Whatever. It's out of focus.
Fucking
So-
no.
so
Just
Bird and I
continue.
have done Behemoth, my boy. Bird and I did a limited series of talking about all the current season anime on the Nova's anime blog channel.
The ones that we deemed worthy to be watched.
Pretty much just sequels.
The
to shows
worthy
we were
ones.
already watching. So we didn't watch anything new for that. And the most popular, actually new show that's on its first season was called Sentenced to be a Hero. So I'm having you guys watch it. I don't care enough to check it out, but I will hear you talk about it. The manga will be Gachiakuta, the first 30 chapters.
First, you got to put your hands on the beat. Then, you got to put your hands on your knees. Then, you got to get an arch in your back. Then, you got to make your feet very flat. Yeah.
So Bird has obviously listened to the soundtrack of Gachiakuta.
I've heard that song. No, I have not listened to the soundtrack.
I didn't know what that was.
That's
It was
the
really
anime.
big on YouTube Shorts for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Anime
have
had a
already-
hype song.
I have already read, I think, 50 chapters of Gachiakuta.
I have read at least 10 chapters of Gachiakuta.
It's pretty good. I
It's
like it.
fun.
Well,
I
don't
like the
fucking
power
spoil
system.
your opinions already. You're gonna read
fuck.
Gachiakuta next.
Actually, I fucking hate it. You need to know. And I hate it so much. Watch next week.
And then for albums, Proto Men Act 3.
I have not listened to it.
Behemoth, stop it.
Our focus is fucked.
I know you grew up with the first two Proto Men albums.
Yes, I listen to a lot of Proto Men. I've seen them live.
Right.
I like Proto Men for
How
sure.
could a
But
man
you haven't
build
heard
a
Act
machine to
I have
kill
not
a
seen Act
girl?
3.
Yeah. All right, so Act 3 of Proto Men, and then for the beer
Dude,
will
this should
probably
fucking
be
focus.
Voodoo Ranger.
Behemoth, you're the main character. Look at the camera.
She's literally grabbing Behemoth by the face.
He's the main character now.
Look at the
He's the
camera.
only thing in focus.
I really hoped Banshee would be a part of this
What
time.
was the fucking snack gonna be next time? I forgot.
Where's your note? It's the green notebook, right?
There we
Wait,
go, I
hold
fixed
on.
it.
I can think of it. You don't
No,
gotta
you
go all the
can't.
way up there and grab it. It was
No,
probably... I know at some point... Oh, the camera focus fixed as soon as
I
we
fixed
left.
it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the anime is Sentenced to be a Hero, episodes 1 through 3.
Yeah.
The manga is Gachiakuta, chapters 1 through 30.
Okay.
The album is Proto Men Act 3. The beer we're gonna say is gonna be Voodoo Ranger because we already foreshadowed it.
Woo!
And the snack... Oh, I think it's...
The music is actually BTS.
No, it's not. You're on the wrong page. I fucking... Give me the goddamn book. I vetoed BTS because it sucks. Proto Man Act 3, Voodoo Ranger, and I thought so. Barbecue Doritos, because you said those were really good.
Ooh, those are good. Oh, I hope you love that.
I did, in fact, figure it out before Bird got back, but only barely. Alright, so that's our 5. What are you the
Review the cats.
Comment
They're great. They're
whams, comment
cats.
whams, comment whams.
Comment whams. Like,
Yes.
subscribe,
Comment
and
whams, comment
whams.
whams.
Comment whams. Alright, thanks for coming out, everybody. Sorry about the echo. We'll try to fix it.
I'm gonna
for the
fix
next
it.
Podcast.
Sorry, our producer just made herself a part of the show out of nowhere. I don't know.
I was
how
gonna-
that-
I told you that I was gonna join for the beer section.
I was gonna fix the echo on Saturday. We didn't do it.
No.
Yeah, I came home and immediately went to sleep. My bad.
It's okay.
That's on me.
Whams!
Whams!
Alright,